Yes, I would like to start streaming. Yes, we would like to stream on Twitch and Kick as well. Yes, we are live. Welcome. We got a few minutes before we're supposed to start. I get the feeling we are not starting at exactly 8 o'clock. That's my guess here.
Oh, they only let you send 10. Okay, interesting.
Trying to send more than 10 images at once? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What are you
No,
doing,
I'm not.
man?
I sent exactly 10. It just I know it's all way everything's grayed out. No. Oh, okay,
Jesus
makes sense.
Christ.
We'll get the most important panel of them all here clearly.
Okay, let's see here. Do we got anything going on in any of these chats yet? Nope. Okay, we're good. And I do have the tweets ready. They are ready. All I have to do is hit post. Wrapping up a meeting. Well, hurry the fuck up. And actually, I'm just gonna post these things now. Then I'm not waiting forever. We'll go ping some people. Boom. There's a ping. Sent. Everybody's been alerted. Oh my god.
Oh, look who actually pressed send on stuff. Oh my gosh.
You guys hear something? Yeah, you guys hear something? I thought I heard somebody who was still in the meeting, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm hearing right now. It must be some
I
feedback.
said
Shadow, are you watching
rapping.
something? Shadow,
Me
are you
too.
watching something in the background, Shadow? I feel like I'm hearing like your TV or something. I keep
There is
hearing
no
a voice.
shadow. It's Kaiman V4.
I keep hearing a voice, and I just
Blind
don't
old
know.
man.
I just don't know what it. I don't know what that sound is. You know, Shadow.
Nice
That's how I
job,
feel.
team.
Nice job, team.
I'm back. What did I miss?
You missed everything. Okay.
What the fuck did I miss?
Everything. What did I just say? I just said everything. What does that mean? It means everything.
You missed the end of our friendship.
Oh
Wow.
Speed run is
Wait, we
insane.
had one?
It's
Damn.
gone now.
Alright, you gotta tell me stuff in advance. I'm not sure.
It's over. Book club is done too. Forever.
Go ahead.
There are no more books or clubs or anime.
Good. I see it as an absolute win.
Wow.
Damn.
That's it. All you guys have to say. What the fuck?
Yeah. What do you want from me? You want an essay? You want a Wikipedia article? What do you
Yes,
want?
I want an essay.
What do you want?
I want one of Nyan's essays. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, I got this. I've posted the tweets. I've posted the links. Everything's posted. Everything. Now again, I think I got enough questions
for all three of us.
Yeah, again.
I'll put it this way. When I was filling out my my tier maker chart, I didn't know who half the people were.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, I feel
I
like I'm
was like,
tripping.
oh, they didn't recognize the giant amalgamation enemy boss
Okay,
thing.
okay. Some of those were just like where it's like, I don't care about this person, but then others that a lot of them were like, I don't know.
Some of them.
I know like I know who's a lot like I know like the bottom guy that's colored on mine is one of the cross-eyeds. I know that several of these are devils, but like I just didn't care. I
Oh, for the-
basically was like, okay, E tier
Yes.
is where it's not that I don't care about them, it's that I don't really like them and I wouldn't care if they were gone from the story except for like I guess like I didn't care. I guess I don't know. I'm not gonna no, I'm not gonna justify my
Oh my
tier.
god. I feel like you're supposed to. I feel like this is a
I do have
trial.
one question.
No.
Oh, wait, never mind.
No.
For those of you listening on the stream and not knowing what we're talking about, I posted a character tier list for Dorohedoro, and people have been doing it. This, I'm putting it on stream now, is Ari's, okay?
No!
We're going to roast it right now. Okay, so...
Alright, we got Ebisu and S tier. Understandable. Like,
What?
Wait,
No,
what?
that's not mine.
No, that's mine. That's mine.
Oh, it's
you're
yours.
looking at
My
mine.
bad.
On stream,
look-
I have Ari's up. It's got Nikaido and Noi and S tier based.
Of course.
Kasukabe,
And then
Haru.
Kasukabe and Haru are in A tier because you got to put them together.
Yeah, of course.
And then okay, so I meant to put the masked one down further because I put him up there in A tier, thinking that was the image they had for Kaiman.
Uh-huh.
And then I found Kaiman later on when I was filling it out, and I just forgot to move it down.
Uh-huh.
Because Kaiman and Risu up at A tier, because like they put curse for Risu's image. Like I don't see Risu's like normal image anywhere else. I guess it's just curse for him.
So there's a curse and a Risu on there. For what I remember, yeah, there's a Risu, and I'm pretty sure there was a curse one. I thought there was a curse one. Maybe I'm thinking. I know there's a
The curse
Risu.
one is on mine. Yeah.
See Risu on yours.
You put Risu in E tier.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then you put curse in
Silly
E tier,
goof.
right? Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay,
Risu's the
now
color one in E tier.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, you can't even recognize these characters. Listen.
Ari, come on. I'm the one with bad memory, and here you are, goofing things
Well,
up.
it's
Damn,
just
Johnson in D tier? Shocking.
the
Oh my
fuck?
god. All right,
D tier
anyways.
is just like
Eh. I was just like, do I recognize this character? I think I do, but I also have no opinion about them other than I
Yeah.
recognize them, so that's an E tier. And then anybody else, I was like, literally who? I don't know.
C was
this
C
You
is-
was
guys remember
I like.
Sus?
C was the start of I like.
This is
I
mine on
like,
stream right now.
but
Okay.
I don't have a lot of feelings towards. I
is-
like.
This is my objectively correct tier list of the characters right here. This is my list. Okay, we got Ebisu and N, Kaiman, Johnson, Nikaido, and Shinomura in S tier. Okay, that's all you need. That's all you need.
Wow.
Honestly, everybody else should be in literally who category, but, you know, want to be a
Wow.
little fair, you know. All right, we're not going through everybody's tier list. I don't want to be taking up all the time with that. We got Justin here now. Turando said they will not be making it. Nyan already told us they will not be making it. Let's ping amidst.
Boring.
Let's ping amidst and see what he says. I can't believe, I still wonder if Anne has read the next chapter to find out Fujita's alive.
No, they haven't. I
No.
I haven't.
if,
No
they,
damn way.
if they had read one more chapter, they would have been here for the rest of the book clubs, guaranteed.
No, they just got busy. They have like a bunch of stuff to do for finals.
Listen, I still feel like them thinking Fujita's dead the whole time probably influenced a lot of the decision to not read. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I understand it at this point because now they're dealing with finals and the fact that they haven't read the volumes for months. But I feel like Fujita was a part of the influence for at first not reading the volumes. That's a theory. It's a game theory. Yes, we are talking
who
shit.
theory?
If you are listening to this, and yes, we are talking shit. Get destroyed. Absolutely. Wait, do I still have the photo of the gyoza? I do. We have the gyoza photo that I can still turn back on.
Got
Oh
the
my
steamed
God.
gyozas.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, wait a bit for a midst. I'll see if I can come up with maybe another question. I still feel like I keep thinking I don't have enough questions, but that's because I'm comparing it to like all the questions I had for like Familiar of Zero and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure I had way more questions for Familiar of Zero than we probably should have done.
Yeah, there was a lot for that.
There wasn't that many for Summertime Rendering though. So I feel like that one was fine. But also those series were much shorter than Dorohedoro. I was telling Shadow, I had the problem when I'm coming up with the questions for Dorohedoro where when it's 23 volumes and so much has happened and there's so many characters, I'm like, how do I make it so that the questions aren't either A, super simple that like a toddler could do it, or B, the most difficult questions in the entire universe unless you're an ultra fan and read it 5
and
times
trick
like
questions. Yeah,
Listen.
and like trick questions where it's like, well, this happened at one time, but it kind of got reversed over here. And actually, this didn't end up happening. And
how many characters actually died? I was too lazy to figure that out myself, so you don't have to deal with that one.
Okay. Define character in this context.
See, exactly. So it was like, technically, it would be like all the sorcerers that were massacred. I don't feel like figuring out that number. Do I do like named characters? I don't want to deal with that. I'm like,
It's like named characters like what like 3 cross-eyed guys.
yeah, it's pretty much just a couple cross-eyed guys, and then Fuji's first partner there. That was like the only actual deaths that have in this series, I think, that were like that stuck. Because Chinamora's not even dead either. I mean, we'll talk about that once we get started. All right, I'm gonna assume Amiss is not joining us. I have not heard anything yet, but they can always join us when they are around. They've read this like, what did they say, 5 times over already, so they are good.
They ought to win the quiz.
If they do win, it's going to be like Anne with Familiar Zero. They will not get the prize.
You have bragging rights though, and that's what matters.
Is it though? I mean, I guess.
Yes, it is.
You could brag about the fact that you read it 5 times, so you know all the answers. I guess. Be really embarrassing. You read it 5 times and somebody else beat you, though. I gotta say.
truly.
No, it just makes us the other person's prowess.
Oh, I see.
All
right, let me.
It's not that you're that bad. Just your guy is just that good.
Let me close some of these tabs and we'll get started. Don't need this. Don't need this. Alrighty, alright. Close this, close this, close this. Oh my god. I still have all these screenshots you sent me, Shadow, which I am too lazy to put on the stream right now. Maybe later when you need me to. I don't know. If they're like not just a one-off, one-line meme, or if they're like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I gotta download each one individually. It's a whole thing. Listen. All right, are we ready to go? I think we're all here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Turn this off. All right. Welcome everybody to what did you just say? What did you just say to me? When I'm starting the goddamn show? I'm starting the goddamn. Oh, we're talking about Gyoza. Never mind. You're good to go, sir. You're good to go. You're good to go.
I had pot stickers for lunch and dinner last night. Okay.
Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of the Anime Book Club here on youtube.wolfborg.com, twitch.wolfborg.com, kick.wolfborg.com, your mom's Apple smartwatch.wolfborg.com, all of the .wolfborg.coms, okay? And this week we are talking about the final volume of Dorohedoro. We finally reach the end of Dorohedoro after 12 streams of Dorohedoro. We finally made it.
Only 12?
Because it's 2 volumes each stream, so yeah. But it was more than 12 weeks though, because we had a couple weeks where we didn't meet up. So
yeah,
it took us a while. I think this is the longest series we read so far for the book club. But
a long shot.
But I think we had an overall fun time.
And
we did lose a
domestic girlfriend.
True.
How long is domestic girlfriend? Out of curiosity.
Ish.
All right,
I'm
so
not sure.
let me just finish this up and we can ramble about all that. So, we are talking about the final volume, volume 23 of Dorohedoro, and then afterwards there will be a quiz segment. I have some questions ready, and we got people here ready to play, and they've all studied. They know all of the answers to all the questions. Okay, they are ready to go.
You're not winging it yet again.
I believe
As
in
per usual.
all of you. All of you, I believe in you. Now, let's start, as usual, with introducing the members of our cast. Unfortunately, not everybody who's been sticking with us throughout the series was able to make it for the final stream, but that's fine. They're going to watch the VODs. Maybe they'll give us their inputs in the next episodes briefly at the end of whatever we're talking about whatever happened. So Nyan could not make it. They could not catch up in time while also dealing with, what was it, studies or whatever. So that's unfortunate.
College.
Yeah.
Our student
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Turando could not make it. They did get caught up, and I think they were with us in the stream last week, but they could not make it today because they had a family thing. So that's unfortunate as well. Amidst, maybe he might join us later. Maybe. I don't know. So
A little trolling.
unless that happens, you guys are stuck with us for the night. So let's get started with introducing our cast here tonight, starting with Arimia. Introduce yourself.
Hi. I like shonen shit. I keep recommending something every week.
And you remembered
last
this time
week-
too, right?
Yes, last week I recommended a visual novel. I recommended Momium, but I did not start off with my always go-to recommendation for visual novels, and that is Mihoyo. Everyone should go read Mihoyo. It's it's localized as Witch on the Holy Night in English. And it's the first ever Type Moon visual novel to be officially localized in English, which is not going to be a high bar anymore in about a month, with Tsukihime coming to English, surprisingly. But yeah, Mihoyo, it's a wonderful visual novel. It's like watching an anime. It's beautiful. It's good. Read it.
Ask what Type Moon is.
It's the publisher, the creators of like Fate.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a game development studio. Or
Gotcha.
publisher? I forget.
They were a Dojin studio that is now a full, like, big company of
Or
developers.
big shot, huh?
I mean, they made Fate.
They're out here doing cultural revolutions, I'll have you know, okay? Big
Why is the
waves.
Cultural Revolution?
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Thank you for that. You have anything else, Arimia?
No.
Okay. Amazing. Next up, we have Shadow Man, a.k.a. Kai Man V4. What do you got for us?
Good question. What do I have you guys for this time? I'm streaming Kirby Dream Land 3. We're almost done, despite it only being 1 week since we started. Unlike some games,
Oh, my God.
that take over 200 hours.
Very angry at something I don't know about.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Color. It has been, okay, since last stream, we've been streaming for like 4 hours. We've made no progress.
Oh, my God.
The game is hell on earth. Do not play the game.
All right, you guys in the chat, you've all got that warning. You know, take notes. All right, don't do it. Don't do it. Play
yeah, don't
that
play Mega Man.
play that
That's what I
Yu-Gi-Oh!
got.
GX Dojin that Ari found instead. Play that.
All right, you didn't tell me, Ari. Yeah.
Remind me after this, I will.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Shadow Man, aka Kai Man, aka expert Kirby Dreamland speedrunner or whatever. I believe
I'm
in
not.
you.
I'm not.
I
I
believe,
speedrun Mega Man.
I believe in you and your Kirby Dreamland runs. Okay, don't worry about it. I believe in you. Now go over to me, Wolfborg, aka Gyozaborg, aka Chaplin, aka the best anime podcast book club host ever in all of existence. I've only seen like 3 manga / anime book club things ever, but I'm the best as far as I want to say on my own show. So what do I got for you guys for a recommendation? I think I would recommend, I don't know, the Zarigoto light novel series. I'm gonna recommend a light novel. Okay, now I know it's difficult because it's not a visual novel, it's not a manga. Okay,
To read
you're gonna have to
without visuals?
actually read. Yeah, well, I'll have you know, light
No
novels.
visuals?
I'll have you know, light novels do have visuals. There's just not as often. Okay,
It's
like
not
a.
enough. It's
it's
not
like-
enough. I can't now.
Listen. Zarigoto is worth it. Okay, written by Nisio Inisan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I never remember how you pronounce it properly. The writer of Monogatari. All right, this is a series before Monogatari. Zarigoto. It is fucking amazing. There has only been the first 4 volumes, I think, of Zarigoto officially licensed in English, though, which is unfortunate. But they are great, especially the first one. Kubikiri Cycle, Decapitation, whatever. They're all murder mystery. Well, I don't know if they. I guess they're all murder mysteries. There's a murder that happens in each of them. But essentially, they're like mystery stories that are very fun and have amazing characters. Okay, very good. Highly recommend. Now, that's up for me. Also, just very quickly, remember, you are on my stream. You're listening to my stream, and you can listen to it in any kind of other way that you wish. On YouTube's, on the Twitches, on the Kicks. You can hang out with us in the Discord chats. We're in all those things, okay? You can find links to all those things in the description of whatever thing you're listening to right now, all right? We're streaming directly to your mom's Apple smartwatch, too. She knows, all right? Your dog knows the stream. And all of you, including your mom and dog, should also be subscribed and following and all of that stuff. All of it. Do it. Now, that's all from me, I think. I do also want to mention I got in the mail today some new game merch, one of which is a mouse pad of I believe it's a new game, the challenge stage, which is the PS4 game specifically. It's very tiny, though. It's nice. I think it was like brand new. The person I bought it from never took it out of the Kadokawa packaging that they bought it from. So it's brand spanking new. It's also kind of small, but it's chill. I just want to brag about that because it looks nice. I got a nice new game mouse pad right now. That's pretty sick.
So Jeff,
yeah, what's up?
We'll get the new game drip stream.
The new game drip stream? What does this mean? Am I showing off all my merch? I don't actually have that much.
Sure,
merch.
Why not?
I only got new game merch like fairly recently. I bought this stuff. I bought a couple of acrylic things. I got a I actually have a thing signed by Shotaro Tokuno now. One of the art pieces that they exhibited in some gallery when the series was ending. So I have one of those, and that's pretty nice. I got a pretty good deal too from Amazon. And not Amazon, eBay. That's what. Anyways, I don't want to ramble about new game all day. I just want to say, I'm living pretty good right now with the new game merch that you guys probably don't have. So get fucked. That's what I have to say. Anyways, next up we have Sinful Gyoza, aka Just Sin. Introduce yourself.
I'm Just Sin. My recommendation this week is to subscribe to Just Sin TTV on YouTube. There we go.
And what do you stream on Twitch TV/Just Sin? He doesn't even know.
Usually Sekiro, sometimes Outlast. That's about it.
Wow. Check out that if you are interested in either of those things. I've seen his Sekiro gameplay sometimes, okay? There's a lot of deaths I was seeing when I watched it.
I'd like to have you know that my Sekiro gameplay has over 60,000 views on YouTube, sir, okay?
Oh my god. So amazing. By the way, these are shorts, we're talking about here. These are shorts.
Wow.
Are you trying to are you trying to like insinuate that that's like a kind of like lesser?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to insinuate watching 2 seconds of a clip over and over and over again is probably not the same as a 60K video.
Whoa.
Yes, I do think this is an important distinction to make.
Eventually. Just you wait.
Toxic. Yikes.
Listen. I
do not endorse any of these opinions.
Force them though.
Wow. I believe in you. I go check out his Sekiro gameplay. If you're into that, check out those sick YouTube clips. I believe in them.
All 2 seconds? Is that what you're saying?
There's a lot of seconds, okay? A lot of seconds to see a death screen.
And they're like 30, okay?
It's a lot. I understand. So go check out those if you're interested in those. Now, we're all done with all this. We got our cast here. We're all done with all that. It's time to talk about the end of Dorohedoro. We got a nice little smiling Kaiman and Nikaido and Gyoza Fairy. I think that's the Gyoza Fairy, or was that the magic Gyoza thing? No, I think that's the Gyoza Fairy specifically. It's just waving at us, saying goodbye. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the fun time. Did we have a fun time with the ending, chat? How did we feel about the ending? Because I had an amazing ending, like 1 chapter in.
It was so.
Listen,
this is it. This is the perfect manga. You can't prove us wrong.
Listen, I think I joked last stream literally saying if a certain thing happened, I would just instantly give this a 10 out of 10 no matter what happened. It would be the greatest thing ever. And it literally happened like 2 pages later. So
I was reading it in voice chat, and I think you had just stepped away when I got to that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Because I finished it as soon as we finished last week.
Oh my god. It happened, chat. It happened. We had Kaiman was turned into a sorcerer by the devils that had lost the bet to Chinomura. They were trying to still win the bet at the last minute, so they channel all their magic, and they're like, we don't know what the fuck magic you have. Figure it out. Use your smoke. And, of course, it was gyoza magic. Gyoza magic. He got a little gyoza, like, servant, like, floating spiritual servant thing that he summoned and commanded with, like, a gyoza staff or whatever. And it had, like, different kinds of abilities. Very overpowered abilities, too, I will add. It was just eat a gyoza and you will regenerate entire limbs and shit like that.
Yeah, but to be fair, it was like the combined
right.
of a bunch of ex-devils.
No, I understand. Yeah, I get it. I understand it from that perspective. I was just like, hell yeah, we're actually going in on the whole, let's do some gyoza fun towards the end. Let's fuck around and do it to the big bad. Because I was like, Dorohedoro overall has been a mixture of either very goofy times or very fucking dark, twisted, mysterious times. And I was just like, you know, I wonder how they're gonna end it, we're gonna wrap this up. Is this gonna be a really emotional, like, dark thing where, like, several people are, like, fully dead and, like, the devils just whatever everything? No, we're just gonna shoot gyoza everywhere, fuck around. I guess a clone, well, fake version of Nikaido will sort of trick him for a second, and then we'll just wrap all that up and save the day, bring back our friends, and everybody gets to have a fun time enjoying merchandise from the fallen enemy. I thought that was hilarious. They were selling, like,
capitalism strikes again.
It was like, what was it, months or years later or something like that? They're just selling merch of Holcoon.
6 months.
It's
6 months after.
It was amazing. And, like, the merch actually, like, affected sorcerers. It was like, because it's the amalgamation of, like, all the hate towards sorcerers and, like, had basically the same effects of, like, the rain that affected the sorcerers. You could buy these, like, little statues of Holcoon and then hold it up to a sorcerer and they would just fall to the ground.
He turned Holcoon into a markable plushie using his flesh and blood.
Finally. Oh my god. Okay. So, where do we begin with this? Where do we start with the dissecting of the big bad fight? So we had him getting his gyoza magic.
It's a whole panel describing the whole thing, so, you know.
There was a whole bonus meme describing the process by which they had to give him the powers. It was like he was put into, like, a cocoon kind of thing, and he was reborn or something like that with, I'm assuming the idea is you're born again with the devil tumor inside of you, and then that's what will give you the powers or whatever. Because eventually he does lose his powers because the bad guy specifically targeted the devil tumor to, like, stop the powers, right? That was what happened with that.
Yep.
There was like 2 ways to stop his powers at that time. It was either the devil tumor gets destroyed or the devils who gave him the powers get destroyed. If either of those things happened, he lost his powers. So he was trying to also protect the devils that were still inside the floating cabin thing at the time. Chinomura, I thought he was going to fuck with the fight. He really wasn't, because overall
he's just around goofing around.
He's just goofing around. He's, like, literally, like, showing Kaiman, like, hey, here's the ancient versions of humans back in the day. This is ancient sorcerers that were genociding them. Good times, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to get in my cheerleader outfit, cheer for Holcoon, and we're going to hang out, and yeah. So
He also wanted a gyoza hat at one point. That was great.
Oh yeah. He found out the gyoza magic could give him a hat that, like, protected his head or something like that. And he was just like,
cool, hey. I want one too.
Kaiman was just like, fuck it, fine, give him one just to shut him up. And it was like,
I think he also gave him some gyoza at one point, which is funny. Yeah, if you have the gyoza, well, might as well dig in.
The gyoza, like, not even just, like, the fun memes for, like, you know, the health and, like, the armor or whatever of the gyoza, the fucking offensive stuff for the gyoza, super, like, deadly. I think it, like, when he first used it against Holcoon, it looks like it had, like, just completely cut him in half or something. He was still able to fight in various ways, or maybe it was something like it looked like he couldn't fight anymore, but there was just, like, to trick him, and then, like, his head fell into, like, the deep hole or something like that. I don't know. It was tricky for me to remember some of the details of what happened during the fight. I was just too caught up in the fact that he was shooting gyoza everywhere. And I'm like, hell yeah. Dudes would look at somebody using gyoza magic and be like, hell yeah. And that's me. I'm the guy. So, how do we feel about the overall ending of things? How do we feel? What happened that we were happy with? Justin, what were you happy with?
Oh man, I don't know. It felt like we got the happy ending I didn't want to happen. So I don't know. I didn't feel super happy with the ending. I thought it was funny. I thought the Gyoza magic was funny. But it felt a lot like, and everyone lived happily ever after everything that we've been through. And I just
Yeah.
wasn't a fan.
I definitely had that kind of vibe too, where I was just like, you know, we were talking about this for several streams beforehand, where it's like none of these deaths feel permanent. I'm not actually worried about anything that's happening here until like the very final volume, really, because we are apparently able to just undo anything drastic that we really don't want to happen.
The last like 6 or 7 volumes, I've just felt no stakes at any point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's been a lot of like look at the cool action fights and see if you can figure out what's going on in them sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck the story ended either, to be honest with you, because I couldn't tell what was happening.
My understanding of it was they had done their fights with each other for a while. Eventually, Kaiman lost his abilities, but he still was able to defeat him through the power of saying, "We're actually one and the same," and then like he just gave up or something like that. That was what I remember.
That's not what happened.
No,
Also, like,
He
and
trolled-
like
he trolled them.
feeder kinked the big boss or some shit. Like, I don't even know what happened there.
Shin got out, then he fucked them up.
Okay, so am I misremembering? How exactly did we finish Holkun?
It was something how like Kaiman realized that they are like he does still have part of the hole in him, so it was some kind of like sludge battle or something.
Come on.
I hope this isn't a question on the quiz.
Well, listen, because I remembered that Holkun had tried to trick Kaiman at some point with like a copy of Nikaido, that he was like, oh, this must be actually Nikaido, and like I have to not kill, I have to like stop them but not kill them because we could turn them back or something, and then it just wasn't Nikaido, it was just them. And I'm just like, I don't remember. Because I got confused a lot of times with how the fight resolved, but I was just like, okay, eventually we defeat the Holkun and things reverted back to normal, and we got all the people out of its stomach.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
Shin like spliced and then fucking came and diced, and that was that.
I was just like, listen, I'm not disappointed in the ending. I was just like,
I am.
there could have been more, I guess, for me. I don't know. It's kind of a mixture. It's kind of two things. One is there could have been more to stretch this out for me, or two, we could have ended this way earlier. Like,
I think it needed more World War II bombers, to be honest with you.
bring back the summertime rendering ending. We need this. We need to hack the
What the
shotgun.
hell happened in summertime rendering?
Listen, don't worry about it.
You remember?
No, Ari wasn't here for that. We just have to hack the shotgun and shoot the bad guy. Don't worry, it's fine.
We just have to put a throwaway line about World War II bombers and like a side thing and make it the ending.
I won't lie. Random World War II bombers showing up in the final fight would have been funny for Dorohedoro, with him shooting gyoza at the same time as fucking World War II bombers. Listen.
Yeah, the ending felt like a cop out.
I get it. I understand it. But also, you know, this was supposed to end at volume 19 already. They were probably, at a certain point, I had read this beforehand online as like one of the trivia things that they listed about like the behind the scenes making of this. At a certain point, even before volume 19, the editor in charge of the magazine that this was published in, this is from what I remember. If this is wrong, in the comments, don't fucking yell at me, please. I love you, okay? Listen, it sounded like they had said, this magazine, or like you're running in this series, could end at any fucking point, so make it so that you could easily end your series soon, after a certain point, if you can.
Yikes.
Which you can feel at times, and I don't know if this is just like I know this fact now, so I can just look back and see them, but I feel like I was feeling it before, where I was just like, there's several points where we could have ended this. We could have ended this with, you know, them all coming together to defeat N way earlier on. This could have ended way earlier on with the confrontation with Curse, and Curse could have ended up being the big bad that they had to fight. I feel like it was the plan at a certain point with Curse, and then we just kind of abandoned that. There was like a whole bunch of things where it felt like it was going in this direction, and then it didn't. And you might think that it's because they were like subverting it, but in most cases it probably was the plan, and then it just got changed because they wanted the series to last longer. So I don't know.
That's fair, but I'm still gonna judge the final product.
No, yeah, I understand. I get that. One thing I did find out, that was interesting to find out, because I was confused. There was one line in the final volume, or I think the volumes before the final volumes, where Risu or Curse goes into town while they thought that was the lizard person. They thought Risu was Kaiman. And I was like, well, how do you get these two mixed up? What are you talking about? And
Is the cross eyes? Is that why?
It just made it sound like I disconnected, but I did not disconnect. I don't know what just happened. Anyways, am I here? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're here.
Red Borgo.
Okay. They made it. I was like, why? How do you get this person confused with the Kaiman? They look. This is not a lizard head. What are you doing? And
Okay, if I would take a guess, it was just like,
No.
hey, cross-eyed person next to Nikaido.
maybe
Might be him.
maybe, but the real reason was apparently it was supposed to be a reference to the fact that originally Risu was supposed to be Kaiman's original like person or like appearance or whatever. That Risu was originally supposed to be Kaiman, but the author, when they had done that, eventually was like, you know, that feels a little too cliche to do at this point, a little too obvious. So I'm just gonna not do that. We're gonna make it so that like there's just a random person inside of him, and then also he's got a buddy who actually is Kaiman, but like it was a whole thing where like originally Risu was planned to be Kaiman's original personality or something like that. But that got changed, and so there was a whole other layer to that had to be added on to that. And you know, things like that, I understand why they happen. When you're doing a magazine, whether monthly or weekly, or like for manga or whatever, after years and years of doing it, I can understand either in terms of like you want the story to go in this direction, but you've already committed towards these things beforehand, or you know, you don't know if you're going to be able to last this amount of time or whatever with the series, so you need to plan it so that you could end it with this certain idea that you have in mind for this arc. I understand it. There's a lot of different intricacies that can really affect some of these series when they're doing it weekly or monthly. Not even just in terms of the time constraints, but just in terms of like, you know, the fact that they've already committed to certain things, so you can't undo those things. So if you do want to undo them, you have to come up with some bullshit to undo them. So, you know, that's something to where like, oh, N's dead, and we're gonna make a big whole thing about how N's dead, but we kind of want him back at the end. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have made that so permanent. Maybe I should come up with some way to bring him back. You know, these are the kind of things where it's like, well, I mean, I kind of figured N would come back, but it really felt like it was not the intention for N to come back at first. So I don't know.
The first half of Dorohedoro I would give like a 9. And the second half, especially towards the end, I would give like a 5.
Damn.
5.5.
5.
So it's like a 7 out of 10 in total, I guess.
Maybe like a 6.
Okay.
Dang.
I can understand it.
Total, maybe like a 7, yeah. But
I understand it. These kind of series, I mean, this one was already fun towards the beginning because it was like just what would you call it, post-apocalypse dystopian kind of world where they're just like fucking around and having like there's fun, quote unquote, but it's, you know, it's dark humor, fucking around with people and shit. And it's like, okay, it's a fun little adventure with like some cool mysteries and like this nice world building, but eventually the mysteries have to, as we've learned with summertime rendering and stuff like that, we have to have an answer to these mysteries. And if that answer is not good, or the developments after that mystery is revealed are not great, you know, there's not much saving the other half of it. The first half of it is great with those.
It's like we had this unique, one of a kind, really interesting world that was being built upon, and then we just kind of like threw it out for the memes halfway through. And I don't know. It really lost me. It felt like we just lost the plot completely.
It feels like when she tried to bring in all of the different Kaiman versions that it did get too muddy to the point where it's like it definitely did get too muddied in that.
Yeah, it's like Kaiman Super Saiyan Blue is now like stronger than Kaiman Super Saiyan Black or whatever the fuck.
Let's
like, I don't know
go.
what's
Let's
going on
go.
anymore.
Listen,
I feel like Lizardman should have been there for longer. That's all I'm going to say.
I am in a way glad Kaiman came back towards the end, like the actual version of Kaiman we knew. But I was also just like, Kaiman being back like this kind of makes me be like, what the fuck was the point of like Aikawa and like Kai or whatever being introduced? Like, what was the point of these characters if it was just gonna be all Kaiman towards the end? Because like, I don't know. I understand at a certain point towards the end he was separated from them, sort of, because like he was still of their
Yeah,
personalities.
to get a happy ending, like one of these heads just fucking rezzed itself or was rezzed by some magic that didn't make sense at the end with Nikaido's time shit. Or she just kept saying somehow I'll bring Kaiman back, and then apparently it happened like off screen or I missed it. I'd like
It's one of those things where, you know, honestly, I would have been happier with it if Chinomura just did something with a snap of a finger to fuck with the plot, and then that's how we got Kaiman back.
You know, comedy.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. I think this was like last week's, but like when Asu is like done with the gyoza and then they like blind him and cut his fucking hands off, I was like, okay. So my big gripe about this being a plot device, they just kind of fixed right there. I was going to praise them for that, and then everything else from last week and this week has been like kind of disappointing.
Yeah, like I'm not like sad about the ending. Like there are parts of it where I'm just like they could have been done better, but I'm just like I understand how we got to where we did in terms of like behind the scenes stuff, plot wise. Maybe I don't fully understand it, but you know that's just how it goes. I am glad, I will say, at the very least, that the solution to defeating the boss did not have to do with time travel. It was gyoza, which is great, but more importantly, it did not have to do with some time travel. We have to just go back to the day of the alley incident and prevent everything from happening moment. I'm glad we didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Because that's where I thought this was going. Because the whole series made a big deal about the alleyway Kaiman was found in that one fateful day. We had the one time where they used the time magic to go back and see what happened, but we did not actually go back to prevent all that from happening, which is where I thought this would eventually go to. And I was like, I kind of don't want that to happen because we've done so much. I don't want it to end with just that. I will also say, with the time travel things, I am still kind of mad that we had to have like random devil show up to give Nikaido advice on what she's supposed to do, and then that turned out to just be Nikaido but full devil version later on. That kind of felt like bullshit. That was not supposed to be Nikaido originally, and then they made it Nikaido because reasons.
The devil that came back in time, I don't think was Nikaido originally, and they made it Nikaido because when it said, "Oh, that was me," but from the future, I went bullshit.
It was that, and then also they were like, the fact that I saw myself from the future before means that I'll be able to get saved when this next time. I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna get my time travel machine back, and then I'm gonna be saved because I'll just jump to my current time from that time. And then like I think she gets eaten, but then she like shows
she was
back
like, I don't
up
gotta
outside.
She was like, I don't gotta do anything because Kaiman's gonna be rezzed and future me is gonna show up and everything will be fine. I was like,
it wasn't fine.
Fuck? No, it did. It was fine.
For like 2 seconds.
Well, I mean, I will just wait. Okay, I understand if you're introducing time travel mechanics, it's hard to do a lot of shit with that and not have it be. It's hard to do something with that and have it be satisfying because. I'm just glad the final way to defeat the boss and not have to deal with it. But time travel stuff, if you're going to restrict it heavily, which her restrictions with it were pretty good, where it's like you only get this many shots with it, afterwards you just have no magic anymore or something to that effect.
The
'Cause,
very
like,
final fight did involve time bullshit.
yeah, but I mean that's not how they finally defeated him though. That's
No,
what I'm
but there was,
having.
like some time bullshit that confused the entire fucking fight. And
Well,
was
the
actually
time
the
travel
wrong
thing
way.
with them actually ended up with them losing the store knife, right? That was how Holkun had the device and used it to get
Yeah,
the
they
store
lost
knife.
the store knife and then they unlost the store knife because Nikaido showed up anyway, which confused me.
Right. It was, yeah. I don't know. Listen,
I don't know what the fuck happened in the last volume. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I tried. I'm like, oh, I get it. Fucking unreadable fight scenes, some time bullshit, and then everyone lives happy ever after. It's like, thanks, cool. Summertime rendering V2 later.
yeah, I remember I discussed this during Summertime Rendering. Fight scenes in both of those series can look really cool sometimes. The backgrounds can look really cool. And other times, I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at. I just don't know.
Like,
I don't know
shit
the
with
anatomy of
N?
these things. I don't know
I
what's
feel like
going
I
on.
wrote
The
she
shit with N
understood
and
it.
mushrooms, I'm like, so everything's a mushroom now. How am I supposed to tell what the fuck is happening at any point?
Is that
in this
N's
fight?
mushroom getting cut? Is that somebody else's mushroom getting cut?
Yeah, or
Are
what
we
if
winning?
N6 clone mushrooms getting cut?
Are
Like,
we winning this fight? I had to ask myself that
You're
question
winning,
several
son.
times.
can't tell. Yeah,
I'm like, are we winning? I guess the bad guy's laughing, so maybe we're losing. I don't. Cheetah Mora is just like watching, and I'm just like, is he happy or bored by what's happening? I'm gonna use that to gauge how I know who's winning. Like, I don't know. But
like
You're winning, son.
last week's 2 volumes like lost the point. Like this week's volume lost the point for me. And it's like it should have just ended earlier, and I think the story would have been better off if
so
it stayed dark and not whatever the fuck it turned into.
I liked
yeah.
I liked the comedy aspect of the
Well, the-
gyoza magic, but that was kind of the rest of it was just kind of like, yeah, this you you really see the missteps that happened earlier because of this ending, if that makes sense. You know, like
Right.
this ending happened because of all of the not really fully planning.
The
I
ending
guess,
feels Mass Effect 3 in the sense that it's like, what happened to all these decisions and choices earlier in this fucking series that like no longer matter or were like left, unanswered.
I never played Mass Effect, but that is what I've heard about Mass Effect.
It's like we just select the fucking button we want for the ending. In this case, it's what the author selected the happy ending button.
Well, yeah, it was like they wanted certain things for their happy ending, but they were also just like, well, how the fuck am I actually going to get that? Well,
yeah.
Well, I guess we got Nikaido's time thing can do a couple weird things. And then I guess we can say N and all of them are somehow still alive within Holkun. Even though he's been cut to bits, he's still inside of Holkun somehow. I guess we can like come up with some way for all of those people to still make it out. Which, by the way, we haven't even talked about how they got out yet, right? So how they got out was multiple steps. One was Holkun getting, fucked up in the fight. 2 was also the fact that they had to coordinate bringing back Sho, which
Yes.
Shin was very insistent on, despite not knowing how the fuck that would help any of them at all. And I'm like, all right, authors
He's just
doing
like,
their
trust
thing.
me.
Shin was just like, don't worry, guys, I have the answer in my hands. Sho, I think, is like, he's the oldest one, so he's got this. And Sho's like, I got the perfect magic to get us out of this exact situation.
I love
Like,
it.
on one hand, I understand going back to Sho. Like, I understand his thought process, but I feel like the stakes should have been lower for it. Like, because he's just so insistent on it for no reason. The stakes should have been lower, so it's like, okay, well, if he's wrong, then everyone's not going to just it should have been much less like, okay, well, let's just try to bring him back, and if that doesn't work, then maybe we're screwed, versus everyone is going to die.
The more we talk about it, the less I like the second half of the manga.
I don't know if I hate all the second half. I know for like some parts of how we got to the happy ending that they wanted, I was not satisfied with. I mean, this is one of the series where I'm just like, this was fun and great when we weren't trying to do the big bad stuff. feel like we could have just not had the big bad stuff, and this could have been just like a slice of life in a action thing in a post-apocalyptic dystopian world, and I would have been fine with that if it was just that. I feel like we didn't actually need a lot of the actual plot, the like main big mystery bad guy plot of Dorohedoro. It was what I kept thinking at times towards the ending. Where I'm just like, maybe at first with the mystery part of it, that was cool, but now that we've dug into the mystery part of it, and we're committing to the annihilation of all the sorcerers because fuck them, over all the decades of like genocide, it was just like, it's all understandable, but also just like, this is not the series for that. It doesn't feel like, I don't know. But there was something where I'm just like, we could have just been a nice little fuck around world building in this fucked up town kind of thing. Maybe we deal with some like devil big bad, like Chitamura's doing some fucked up shit, and we all gotta do something weird against him. Maybe En's doing some shit. Like, I didn't feel like we need the world ending Holcoon thing, which, I mean, I say world ending, really he only wanted to kill sorcerers. Like, the humans would have been fine, I guess, afterwards. But like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I get it. I get how we got here. I don't know if it needed to happen. And I've kind of said that a couple times already, but it just really feels like that. So, I'm like okay with some of the stuff after the happy end, like the actual happy ending stuff with certain people who got to survive and all that. I'm fine with it, but it doesn't feel earned, because En's whole crew surviving and Dokuga's crew partially surviving, which I think was only like 2 of them. I don't even remember. Them surviving was the biggest asshole, I think, of all of this ending. I was already like, this is an asshole with the Nikaido Kaiman thing. Okay, but whatever. I want Nikaido and Kaiman there. They're cool. They're like the main, characters. They want to be there for the final fight. I understand it. En and all them serve no purpose in like the final fight afterwards, and like after En started fucking with him as the mushroom form for a bit. After that, he played no part in this, and the fact that they survived contributed nothing to it. Maybe I would have been fine with it if they lived and then helped defeat the big bad, but they played no role in it. It was just a whole thing where we got to watch them live. And I'm just like, do we need this long convoluted excuse for how they got out? Could it not have been as easy as they just lived long enough for Kaiman to cut Holcoon's stomach and now they're free? We could not like go that far with it, but it was supposed to be like they weren't actually in their stomach. Is my understanding? My understanding is they were like deep within the devil tumor within Holcoon. That's the only way I can see how they were still trapped inside of Holcoon. I don't know if it was just within the devil tumor or the head itself. I don't know, but it was something like that, where like some random excuse for why they couldn't break out, and I'm just like, do we need this excuse for why they couldn't easily get out of it though? Like, there didn't even need to be a reason for any of them to be absorbed by Holcoon for that to happen. I don't know what the decision was for that to happen. Like, all it did was add stakes for the author to bullshit their way out later, where they're just like, they have no way out, and they're literally like minutes away from melting. They have noise out of magic, or running out of magic, and En can't do shit anymore. How are we going to survive? And Shin's like, our last hope. Let's revive Sho and see if he knows anything. Not even like he knew he had an ability that could help them. It was just, let's bring him back and see if he knows what we should do. They bring him back, and I knew, as soon as they were like, bring him back, I'm just like, Sho's gonna spend the whole time as they die being like, I don't understand what's going on. What is happening? Like, he doesn't know what's going on. He's dead the whole time.
He snapped his neck a while ago. I keep forgetting about him.
So they bring him back, and he's just like, listen, guys, listen. I actually do happen to know the perfect way for us to get out of here. I've got this other ability that I've never told any of you about, where we can actually just phase out of existence spiritually, and then this will phase us out of wherever we currently are. But it has to be precise. You have to all be surrounding me. I have to very much focus on how we, like, leave our spirits or whatever, and then when they go back, as to be very precise, if I fuck this up, you guys could die. And they like make a whole big thing out of the fact that he hasn't done it before.
They goof up.
Yeah, like, and I'm just reading the whole time, like, oh no, he's gonna screw something up, and like some person's gonna, like, Ebisu's gonna end up brain dead again from it. That would be funny, at least, if that happened. Literally nothing happened. It was just them being like worried about it for the sake of like, oh no, are they gonna actually get out? And the whole time I'm just like, obviously they're gonna get out. There's no fucking question in my mind they're gonna get out. Maybe there's a question of if the the Dokuga people in there are gonna get out, I guess, because they're just like, we don't give a fuck about you guys. Why the fuck are you still here? Like,
I mean, they had a happy ending too somehow.
They did.
Because memes.
because
Yeah.
memes.
Okay, so one thing I want to know if y'all noticed. So the for I guess the viewers, basically what happens is Nikaido and Kaiman go back to the gyoza shop, want to reopen stuff, and then they also like go back to the hallway where they first met, technically.
Yep.
And Risu and Asu are there. And sadly, we don't get the happy ending I wanted, which was Nikaido making gyoza for all of them.
Oh yeah.
Because instead, Risu and Asu are wishing them farewell because they're off to train to become devils. My question is, because Chidamura, he lost his bet with the devils. And apparently
didn't even remember what losing the bet meant for him too, which was
yeah,
funny.
Yeah, which is
he
really
didn't
funny.
remember what his bet was because he's just so sure that he'd win.
I mean, you know,
his end of the bargain was he becomes a baby and has to live as like a human for like 5 years or something.
No, 5,000 years, I think was.
Or some amount of time. My question
I'll
is,
show 'em.
what the hell are Risu and Asu doing if the the person who grants the devil certifications is now a baby
Listen,
forever?
like Haru said, the other devils are going to take over for a bit.
listen, I understand pointing that out, but all I remember is the fact that Nikaido apparently went through the whole devil process without it being certified. So apparently
But she was
Chidamura
not
didn't actually need to fucking certify
certified.
anybody. Chidamura just wanted to hand
Not
out
only did she go through the
IDs
whole-
to
Giant
people.
whiteboard certification.
Not only did she go through the whole process and become a devil, but she was immediately undeviled to get a happy ending. As soon as like
true.
she didn't need the devil power anymore. It was like she's not actually LOL XD.
Yeah.
Try again.
Here's another question. Maybe I misunderstood this. My understanding was Nikaido, or the last use of Nikaido's magic machine, the time machine thing, meant that she had no more smoke, no more magic. That was my assumption.
Yes.
So in
Yeah.
I
my
believe they
head,
said that too.
that's supposed to mean you would not be affected by things like the Holkun fucking plushies or whatever. Are they statues or plushies? Whatever they are.
Oh yeah, wait.
Like why they made a joke of Kaiman holding up to Nikaido and it working on her because haha she's a sorcerer, but at that point I'm like, but is she anymore though? Because she doesn't have any. She used up literally all her. I guess technically because sorcerers or humans are supposed to be biologically different in like a couple ways. The main one
Yeah,
being the
I
fact that
assume
they
that'd
have
be-
a devil tumor, so maybe it doesn't matter whether or not you can produce smoke as long as like you just have the devil tumor and then you're still affected by those things. I guess.
We'll just assume that's correct for sake of simplicity.
I don't know. I will say I thought that was funny where they were like Risu and Asu were going to train to become devils when I still remember that one bonus chapter where Asu is just like, you can never be a fucking devil, get real. And Asu gets so fucking mad. Not Asu, Risu gets so fucking mad. And Asu just like, I thought it was helping. I didn't mean to troll him.
Fucking do it, Ritsu.
He was like so depressed. He was like, I don't know what to do. My best partner is actually who I have to kill, but I don't want to kill him. What am I even supposed to do after I kill him? What do I do with my life? Maybe I should train to become a devil. And Asu's just like, that'll never happen, but nice try. And then at the end, they're like, yeah, we're going to train to be devils together. I just thought that was funny in context to remembering that, and there being like no discussion of like bringing that back. But then I'm also just like, well, I think that was in a bonus chapter, so maybe some of those bonus chapters aren't like canon enough to be referenced in the main story. Like, I don't know, but
Maybe she forgot.
listen,
It was all intentional, baby.
I understand. It happens. Very shocking, I know.
Speaking
Alright.
of shocking,
Speaking of shocking, I mean, what? It wasn't too much with Johnson other than they met up again with Kasakabe, right?
and I saw it. That was the best panel. That was the best panel.
I'm saying shocking,
of
and
the
then
ending.
running over to hug Kasakabe. That was a good shot.
Very, very good.
The ultimate reunion. It's not him going to hug his wife. It's going him to hug Johnson. Okay.
Well,
Bros
Kasakabe
before
died,
hoes.
Kasakabe died like 6 fucking times at the end there.
He like died and then became a
Every time
tube
they brought
zombie, and we
back-
just ignored him for like the ending. We
He's like, okay,
ignored
buddy,
him.
hold on.
I
know you stay there. Don't come after me.
So many characters for the ending were just ignored, and they were just like, "Step the fuck away. I'm gonna let Kaiman do his thing. Maybe
His
Nikaido
Logio's
gets
a
involved.
magic.
Let him do his thing. Cheetamora will laugh. This will be how we end things. We will not have everybody else trying to do anything. You will all
Shin will
potentially
show up
die."
for like 10 seconds. All right, good job, buddy.
Shin and Noi, I was like, I love their characters throughout the series, and then towards
And
the
then
end,
they did nothing.
towards the end, they were just removed from the board. They were just like, no, you don't do anything.
Basically, ever since In was taken out of commission, both of them were useless. They did
Yeah.
very, very little consequential things in the plot. They were just kind of lumped together with the rest of In's family. Like, there's a part where, I think pretty much the most they did was, like, Shin had to, like, save some of them because he's half human and isn't affected by some of this stuff. But then later he becomes a serial killer, but that didn't really affect much because Noi could just bring him back. It's just kind of a setback. It really was just, they were just very inconsequential to things for
And
so
Shen
much
shows
of
up
this
last
ending.
like 10 seconds. They cut up Tolkien, and that's about it.
Yeah, like, that's...
Good
you,
for
you
him.
fired the last shot. Congrats. You know, that's essentially what it felt like.
Yeah. Even more so than Shin and Noi just being removed, what the fuck, Fujita? Fujita, I was just like, oh
Just
yeah,
kinda-
he's still there, isn't he? I'm
He
just
should have
like-
stayed dead.
Honestly, we keep memeing about the fact that Anne hasn't read the next page to find out that Fujita's actually still alive somehow. Like, but also he's basically dead after that point because he played zero role other than having like the happy ending of them being sort of partners with Ebisu still towards the end. I don't think they
I got
reached
the
Blue
new.
Moon
I
yet,
got
but
the new shoes.
he got new shoes, but like it was Ebisu trolling him still.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll be
Wait,
fine. I'll take it. You
what-
know.
What was the troll? It was like certain shoes that made him look like an idiot or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're like
that's it.
skull shoes or something, and she's like, "Yeah, it's to die for." Ha ha ha.
Oh.
This.
It's like,
And he's
I
like,
don't
ah,
know.
fine, sure.
I'm like, we established all these characters with their own relationships with each other. We have a whole sorcerer partner system, which really didn't seem like it affected anything in the story overall towards the end, other than the fact that, you know, sorcerers tend to work in duos, I guess. Like that, I was just like, why did Shin and Noi play no part? Why did Ebisu and Fujita play no part? Why? Well, I mean, Fujita played like. Shin played a negative role towards the team,
Yeah.
but he still played a role where like he got taken over by the boss for a while, and then he's why several of them got cut up into bits and had to solve everything as heads or whatever to like go revive N. I'm like, okay, that kind of situation is like Dorohedoro pilled, where it's like they're rolling heads, trying to put together shitty ramen that doesn't get overheated enough to them to make a Ebisu stat like doll that can find the Ebisu and give them N's devil tumor, and then we can bring him back. That's Dorohedoro pilled enough for me to be chill with that. Everything else about that, I'm just like, what the fuck happened? We had the fun things with Ebisu and Kaiko, which was Dokuga, but like memory loss or whatever. That was fun, but like literally just remove them from the board for the big fight. Played no role. They played no stakes other than to bring back N. And then once N's back, he does his fight. They act like they won, and then they all get trapped in, and then they're all about to die, and then they break out through bullshit. And I'm just like, do we have to do all that? Like,
Turkey's woman, that happened too, I think.
oh yeah, that was a random reveal towards the. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's like it just kind of happened. Honestly.
I'm fine with it, but I was just
Not
like,
my manga.
I knew nothing about Turkey to like be invested in this announcement about them. I'm just like, they were just a weird person who like cooked dolls.
Turkey, we have to cook.
I'm like, okay, all right, you want to announce that here for lore for the very end before we wrap up the series? Sure, I'm fine
Very
with it.
integral part of the story, Chef. You understand?
I'm just like, listen, Turkey is one of the only members of the Sorcerers that like we knew very little about, other than they had a turkey on their head and they could make dolls that like follow people. And I'm like, all right,
Also,
that's a random thing.
turkey's edible.
I didn't say it, but very early on, I saw a spoiler by accident that said Turkey was actually a female. And I forgot I read that spoiler because it just wasn't relevant until the
I mean, it just isn't.
reveal at the end.
It's a big spoiler. It really impacted the ending, let me tell you.
Yeah, it literally had no impact whatsoever.
I will also be honest too. I didn't know what gender they were supposed to be before. Like, they all just assumed. They were like, oh my god, you're a girl? And I was just like, I literally could not tell either way what they were. I thought that was the whole point. I thought they were supposed to be, like, you weren't supposed to know what gender they were the whole time. I didn't think it was a thing that, like, I don't know. But they want to bring it up towards the end. They want to really reveal it. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But that's one of those things where it's just like, we know the manga's definitely ending soon because we're just randomly going to bring this up now. All right, sure, fine.
Not.
I don't know. What else? Are we forgetting anything else to add with this? Oh my God, hold on. We have two first time chats. First off, hello Tyrone over in the YouTube chat. Hello there. They just said hello. But over here in Twitch chat, it's very important. Okay, we have David Bowie. 444, the David Bowie, saying best viewers on streamboo.com, and then Shady Link. Oh my god, let me just ban that real quick. How do I do I block? No, you don't block.
No, you click the link.
No, I do not click the link, and you don't either, okay? All right, there we go. Banned. Get him out of here, David Bowie. Not today. All right, so bonus memes. There were 2 bonus meme chapters, one of which was explaining how they made Kaiman get his magic powers. I think we talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
It was like some weird cocoon thing, a very specific recipe or whatever. Some dumb shit like that. We cooked. And then the other one was Ebisu's little mini adventure towards the end. The body swap with Noi because Chitamora and another devil were bored. So they're just like, why don't we just what was it? Grant the wishes of dumb people. And usually that gives them enough fun or some shit like that. That was like their idea. Let's just grant a wish to a random person. It was Ebisu, and I'm pretty sure Ebisu was just like, give me big boobs. And then they woke up in Noi's body, and Noi woke up in Ebisu's body. And what was it? Ebisu immediately just walked up to random people in the house, was just like, hey, give me money. They're like, okay, sure. Hey, give me money. All right. Are you gonna put clothes on?
You know any money on you?
And then she tries that with Shin, and he's like, nah, something's up.
He's like,
You're the
no.
sus imposter.
He's like, no, and put some fucking clothes on. What the fuck are you doing? Because you're just walking around naked the whole time, I think. Yeah. And, yeah, that Shin was how they figured out that, hey, wait a minute, you're not Noi. And then they found
I know Noi for far too long.
And then they found Noi in Ebisu's body. I forget how they resolved it and got them back. I think it was like eventually they turned back. I think
just, fell asleep and...
Then they woke up and
they were like, Chitamora doing a little trolling.
You know, as he does. It's his right, all right? It's his right. He's allowed. I did feel like that was a pretty random little mini story to end for the bonus memes for this. I was like... It was fun. I just don't understand it for the bonus meme for the final of the series. But all right, fine, cool. And that is Dorohedoro.
There's also this one panel I remember, and
no, that's Dorohedoro.
Yeah, that's
Dorohedoro. No, it's Kaiman, and he's saying, "If I die, use this as my portrait," and just like him with gyoza.
With the gyoza head. Yeah,
yeah.
That was a good panel.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one. I remember that one. It's my first time, and I'm happy to see that people still talk about Dorohedoro. Good broadcast deal. Well, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us, Tyrone. Yes, you caught us on our very last stream talking about Dorohedoro. We went through all 23 volumes. We usually do like 2 volumes a stream, so all the VODs for those are here on the channel if you're interested in checking some of those out. But yes, this is a very interesting series overall for me. The ending we're mixed on is a polite way to say it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm fine with certain parts of how we ended things, but many of them I'm just like, do we have to do it like that?
Honestly, the more I think about it, the middle part is like getting more and more foggy.
The middle part definitely feels like foggy because it's that in between like the beginning is very fun world building, fuck around like with sorcerers and human worlds or whatever, lore building bullshit with gyozas and fucked up shit in all these towns. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Memorable memes with those. And the ending is just like, all right, I guess these fights are happening. I could sort of tell that somebody's winning. These are like these bullshit assholes that we do.
That was great.
And then in the middle, I'm just like, oh, we're building up to the big bad. How did we build up to the big bad? I think it was sort of like we had to first figure out what the big bad was.
Who's this boss guy?
And there were like several like potential big bads along the way, but they weren't the real big bads. We got the actual big bads, and the big bads on the way were actually like kind of the good guys the whole time. And there was like no real big worry about most of them, because they were really just fucking around, I guess, except for Risu Curse, I guess. But eventually he was just fucking around very quickly. Risu Curse, I was like, when he was first introduced as Curse, he was like a terrifying presence, and then immediately deflated for the rest of the series. I was just like, I remember Vegeta, okay, with Dragon Ball, okay, and Shadow will now know this because he's been watching Dragon Ball with me. Vegeta is the big bad initially introduced, super evil, okay, and he's got these like other evil Saiyans that are with him, taking over the place.
He's not evil. He's just a planet broker.
He's a planet broker who who's very racist towards anybody who's not Saiyans, pretty much.
Also, really doesn't like insects for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Because they're beneath them.
True.
Come on.
So Vegeta's whole thing, very similar, is just I'm the big bad for like 2 seconds, and then I'm a part of the cast. I mean, his 2 seconds are a little longer because Dragon Ball time, but it still feels like 2 seconds.
Still fire dynamic blows up.
Because like he's pretty much joined the main cast to like help them out, in the very next arc against Frieza or whatever. Like he's a little bit the bad guy at first, sort of like he's not on their team initially, but like then eventually he is, and then he just after that he's on the team for the rest of the series. Very it's so ingrained of him being a part of the good guys that like you don't even really like you think of how he was introduced as the bad guy, but it doesn't feel like it was that long. And that's how it felt even quicker to me with Risu as Curse. I'm just like, Curse is super fucked up evil. He's like specifically targeted towards whoever killed him, and he will fuck up anybody in his way. But also Haru sang at him once, so now he just doesn't. And then he ended up with Nikaido hanging out, and was Asu.
So Gyoza.
So now he's just a part of the team. And I was just like, did we have time to make him a bad guy? Was he supposed to be a bad guy? I don't. What happened?
I don't know.
Find out. Because like his design screamed to me from the beginning, I will be the big bad of the series, and then he wasn't.
I am
immediately.
the Reaper.
That's what I thought of for. I mean, if we didn't have like Grim Reaper as like a literal character in the series, I was like, is this like gonna be the Grim Reaper devil of this world? But like, we have an actual Grim Reaper in this world, who has tickets to movies and he gives that to people. So
I wanted that guy back.
Yeah, Grim Reaper, it's death. It's just death is hanging out. Not fucking around as much as Chinomura, just hanging around, people being like, hey, you might die soon. Go check out a movie. That's how it felt.
Specifically my movie.
My movie. You liked it for the marketing, right? The marketing technique of, you're about to die, go see my movie, please. Give me your money.
It's very innovative and inspiring, that in these trying times, it's finding out new ways to reach people.
This movie is to die for. Go see it. I understand it. All right. Anything else you guys want to say about the ending of Dorohedoro before we wrap up the discussion, go on to the quiz? What would we recommend? If Justin, if you wanted to fix Dorohedoro, what would you have wanted to happen for you to be satisfied? Because you were definitely, I think, the least satisfied here. But how would you have fixed it to make yourself satisfied?
It's hard to say because it felt like the last few volumes there were zero stakes. Everyone got resurrected literally to have a happy ending. All that world building and the dark world set up and like the dark humor and all that just seemed fucking pointless.
Yeah.
I don't know, enjoy the first half, don't read the second, maybe would improve it.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, personally for me, I'm just here I don't feel like we needed the big bad plot. I feel like this would have been fine as just a slice of life action horror, and that would have been great.
Yeah, I think if we didn't have the big bad, we completely threw that in the fucking dumpster. And it was just like sorcerers or dickheads who fuck with it, and Kamen eventually gets like his face back. Like, sure, whatever. I would have taken that, but like, it's like we had this Avengers level threat for it to like, I don't know, it felt like it was fucking stupid.
It was an Avengers level threat, and then all of the Avengers were just said fuck off. They were told to fuck off while like two people dealt with everything.
Yeah.
That I was just like, because I was hoping for that at least. I'm like, if we're gonna have this Avengers level threat, literally everybody's gonna be involved in defeating this thing, and it'll be great, right? No, all of them are just out of the picture.
Plus time bullshit thrown in.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Ari, what would you have corrected with the series if you could correct things?
I think those are all valid points. It does feel less like a rushed ending and more of just several missteps along the way. Which does make sense with how they had to just be able to wrap it up at a moment's notice. So not all of it is like her fault of like just not knowing where to go with it. It's with that kind of thing, it's always partially a problem of like managerial stuff. But I think adding just some kind of more stakes to the ending and trying to have a clearer, more comprehensive idea of who our main character is. Because I like series where you're not sure who the main character is, and there's twists and turns about who they are, but it gets a bit ridiculous when you've got it's just a bit ridiculous here with how many different versions of Kaiman there are, and you have to make jokes where everyone in the series is just like, yeah, I don't know who you are. Anyway, like several times over, we have to make that joke.
Yep. I very much do agree with it. For me, I'm just also like, we're introducing this character who actually turns out to have different personalities that take over his body. Okay, can I meet these other personalities? Can we actually give them characters other than just mysterious other face that he has? Because I'm just like, Aikawa is like the most that we got of development, and it was just him being like, I'm gonna wear a full-on gas mask and be mysterious. That was his whole character. He didn't really say anything. The boss was just like quietly genociding all the sorcerers. And then like the original I Coleman is just, you only saw in like weird mind flashback things. So I'm just like, we only have one of these personalities that actually has a personality, and it's Kaiman. I mean, he's the best one, but if you're going to have a character with these different personalities, I would like to actually be invested in these other personalities personally. I would like to like meet them.
Yeah,
in
at
like
the very least,
you know.
I'd like to know the I Coleman stuff felt tacked on, where it's like what drove the. I still don't really fully understand what drove him to such madness, because that's what it is. It's just pure madness, is what he went through to become Kaiman. It's like what why? Why did this little kid essentially go through all of that just to become a magic user? I understand wanting to do that, but then going through all of what he set up to do is just like I still don't really get that part, and
Yeah. I understand it. I feel it. How about you, Shadow? What would you have done to correct the series in ways that would have made it better for you? What would you have done?
Yeah. All you guys' suggestions are wonderful. So I'm gonna give a no one is just like make it fucking shorter.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You're right.
I would be fine with it being like a shorter, more focused like plot thing where we're getting towards the end, or even if it's this long, but we just took out the plot thing. One or the other, I think, would have been great for me. You know,
So I feel like there's a lot of characters. I don't know. Maybe just a me thing.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of characters. I'm fine with that if they're like, because all of them served to build the world at a certain point. All of them were memorable in their ways, but then we just kind of threw them away for the like third half, or the last third of the series. I don't know why I said third half. That's not how math works. Anyways, I'm just like, these are great characters. Why are we only have like 2 of them doing everything at the end to the big bad? I'm like, oh. I mean, that's how it works. That is Dorohedoro. Now, before we start the quiz, okay, I have 2 questions for all of you, okay? First of which is, there is a gun to all of your heads. You must pick one character. They are your favorite character. There is a gun to your heads, a singular character.
I will go first.
Okay.
My answer used to be Noi. At the beginning it was Noi. Now I would say Nikaido. At no fault of Noi though, but just
Right.
because she just wasn't given plot in the last half. Not her fault, of course. Noi is great, but I did like how Nikaido was actually given some progression and stuff. So Nikaido.
All right, we got Nikaido locked in for Ari. Shadow, favorite character, gun to your head.
Please take the gun away from my head.
The gun is
Some
on your head.
position where back at the beginning I said Shin, but he really didn't do too much near the end. So I'll just go with Kaiman.
All right, we got a Kaiman enjoyer in the chat. What about you, Justin? Who do you pick? Gun to your head. Go.
They ruined like everyone.
It's fair. Honestly, that's the correct take.
Listen, you guys can make the stipulation of if they didn't ruin them. Like, I liked this character for like the first half, they were my favorite, but towards the end, maybe it'd be the like. If you guys want to do that, you can do that.
Okay, first half. I think probably like Kaiman and N. I loved like every character in the first half, and then slowly came to hate all of them.
I understand it.
Dang.
But I heard you say Kaiman and N. I thought I told you with the gun to your head that you can only pick one. That's what I thought I told you,
Fuck,
buddy.
I'm cool with you pulling the trigger after reading that. Right.
Yeah.
I'll say Kaiman then.
Okay. All
It
right,
was interesting before they tried to explain it and ruined everything.
All right, you're lucky. I couldn't find the gunshot soundboard effect in time to kill you. You've made a choice. You're locked in. Okay, amazing. For me, I think like halfway through, I would have picked Ebisu or N. Towards the end, I think I would have to pick
another manga.
I want to say Nikaido, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Nikaido. I'm locking in Nikaido because for all the weird time travel shenanigans, Nikaido is always just a fun character for me. Just, like amazing designs. I loved her whole devil training arc thing. I like her relationship with Kaiman. I like her running the Hungry Bug restaurant, and like all that stuff is cool for me. I think it's still Kaiman for me.
The problem is it'd be Nikaido. If her whole arc where she like did this giant burst of magic and then was limited on what she could use it for, and then because she can no longer use the magic because she used a full lifetime of magic, she was turning into a devil from like not using her magic or whatever.
Right.
if all that arc didn't turn into she is not really a sorcerer and she's just a gyoza chef again, like if the arc mattered at all, it might have been Nikaido, but it didn't.
Damn.
Like I think my issue is like Nikaido like had a really cool arc, and then if you took that entire thing out, it doesn't change the ending.
Right. Okay, I see.
Like at all. Like she's just Nikaido from the very beginning again, like full stop. Like it was irrelevant.
Right.
It doesn't even feel like she grew. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, it happens. It's been known to happen. Now, okay, you've locked in your favorite characters. Now, there is another gun to all of your heads. You must pick a number, a whole number out of
3.
10. 3 for the series? 3 out of 10? God damn, that's rough.
Oh, we're rating the series.
What did you think? I was gonna have you rate your favorites.
I think
All right.
you asked for a number. I just give it. Okay.
Okay. So
Gun to the head.
each of you, the guns to your head. You have to pick a whole number. I don't need no decimal bullshit. Okay. You have to rate
Why no
the manga
decimal?
series. No decimals. There's out of 10. You get 10
I
numbers
wanted
to
say
choose
6.5.
from. Too fucking bad. You round it up or down. That's how math works. Pick a number.
I don't want to round it up or down though.
Well, then we won't start with you. Shadow, what would
feeling
you give this
6.5.
rating?
Wait, sorry, what the fuck was the question?
You rate the series 1 to 10, whole numbers.
7.
All right, you locked in with the 7.
7.
Lock it in with the 7s. Justin,
Am I really not allowed a decimal?
you're not allowed a decimal.
One decimal,
Round up
just
or
one
down.
decimal, please.
With you, it's
Fine,
probably safe to
6.
round down.
Fuck you.
Okay, it's probably safe to
6.
round
Fuck
down
you.
for you. All
Fuck
right.
this manga and fuck you.
Okay. Well,
Jesus.
I already on Annie list, I think, gave it a 7. So mine is a 7.
I just
I would
changed
give it a
mine to a 7.
Oh my god, what did you have it at before? An
I had
8?
it at an 8.5,
Oh my
but
God,
that was like months ago.
Oh, that's fair. Months
So-
ago, before we got to the big bad final.
Before N died, that it was an 8.5 on Annie list.
That
for me.
okay, maybe I should ask that question next. How would you guys rate it, like towards N's death? Because that changes
So-
things.
Like a 9.
Yeah,
True.
so I just on my little notes thing for it, I put 8 or 9 first half, 6 or 7 second half.
All right, that's fair. Shadow, what would you rate it? Like the first half of it, or like towards where N dies?
Probably an 8, actually, 9, actually. You know what? I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely have rated it a 9 at that point. If the series ended there, I think it would have been like. I think I would have wished that there was more of it, but I think it would have been like great as like it will remain in my memory for the things that it brought on.
I
Most
feel
of
like
the
that's
stuff-
the best thing, actually, honestly. Like, okay, like, I enjoyed it, but I kind of want a bit more. Like, I feel like that's good.
Yeah, I mean that could be fine. I'm just like the second half of it. I don't think I'm gonna remember most of the second half of it later. I don't think I'm.
I
gonna
remember the
remember
Gyoza
that.
powers, though. I remember that for sure.
I'm gonna remember Nikaido turning devil, which I think happened after N died, and I'm gonna remember Kaiman coming back and using Gyoza magic. I think I'm gonna remember those 2 things, and then I'm also gonna remember all the things I'm frustrated with. So, so you
There's a
know,
lot.
yeah. All right, now that is Dorohedoro. Any last comments that we want to add in before we go to the quiz? All right, amazing. Hearing nothing, it is time for everybody's favorite time of the end of series that end in odd numbers. It is time for the quiz. Let's go. All right.
Let's go home.
You sound so excited for the
Heyo.
quiz, which you for a series of the ending you love, right, Justin? You're so
Yep,
excited.
I'm so
Okay.
glad I recommended Dorohedoro now.
Oh yeah, was that you that recommended this? Oh no. Okay, so
I know I voted for it because it's been on my to read list, but
okay,
Yeah.
let me write down names here. We got Arumia, Shadow, and Justin. All right, it is.
I don't want my name attached to this.
dang!
Your name is attached now. All right. Okay. All right. So it is time to begin the quiz show for Dorohedoro. I do, in fact, have a number of questions ready to ask you guys. Okay.
Oh boy.
Now, keep in mind, questions, usually they'll give you a point. In other times, depending on the question, you might get a bonus point if you're explaining more specifics of certain things, if you can. Other times, you might get half a point if you were sort of kind of there, but not really. I don't know. I'm not going to be too strict about spelling. I'm not usually too strict about spelling unless it's very specific, the question. But I don't know if I have any of those kind of questions for this. So, also keep in mind, most of my stuff is going to be based on probably the official stuff, which means it might not be the same as like the fan fictions in terms of like names and stuff like that. There might be slight differences in spellings of names and things like that. I'll understand if those kind of cases happen. Don't worry about it too much. If like I'm sure all of you read it from your local video store, quote unquote, and I read it unofficially. So if all of you agree that that's how it was in it, let me know, and that'll be fine. Now, you might be wondering, but Wolfborg, what's the prize for winning this quiz? Because I'm not giving you the prize of picking the next series like I did for the last time, and I'm not giving you 2 votes towards a series like I did the time before that. No, here's what the prize is going to be. The winner will get unique bragging rights in the Discord in terms of you will get to pick whatever specific custom role name you want, and that will be yours. You will be separated from the pack in the Discord server list. You'll get your unique name, probably until we do the next quiz, in which case then that person will probably get the title next. I don't know. We'll think of that. But you can come up with whatever you want it to be listed as, and we will list it as it, and you will be the winner. And you will get your own place in the rankings in the Discord server. That or a new car. You want a new car? I'll give you guys a new car if you want a new car. You can get a Tesla.
I mean, my
I'll
car
get
is
you
a bit
Tesla.
old, yeah. Oh, no Tesla. No.
I'll get you a Cybertruck. Don't worry.
You can go a little cheaper. No, you can go a little cheaper. It's okay.
No, I only want the best for the Anime Book Club quiz
fine,
winners.
It's fine.
We So, actually, I'll send you a broom from Dorohedoro. By the way, remember the concept of brooms in Dorohedoro? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We ignored all that shit real quick. The like motorcycle brooms, yeah.
Well, we didn't, except for that one part in the ending where one of the shopkeepers like goes on a broom to see the final climax.
Hold on.
It kind of helps.
I completely forgot about him, huh?
Real quick before we start the quiz, okay? I completely forgot to mention Kirion had like a whole subplot thing to find out why the sorcerer's realm was getting rained on, and I've been forgetting to bring it up every time because I'm still just like, why did any of that have to happen? Like, it added nothing other than to say Kirion is actually not a sorcerer, they're human. And I was just like,
Yeah, because, like, if, like, they blew up the door right as we killed the big bad anyway, so it seemed irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, okay, fine.
Throw in the door stop with the big bad dying anyway.
I put it in the same category as like them being like Turkey's actually trans, by the way, and I'm just like, well, we could add in these details towards the end. That's fine, but also Kirion, they had that stretched out for several chapters, so I'm like, what the fuck is going on with that? And then nothing happened.
Like, in the first Indiana Jones movie, like Indiana Jones has no effect on the plot.
Oh damn!
Like, you know how that whole thing where like if you remove him from the movie, nothing changes.
Right.
I felt like half the characters in Dorohedoro like that in the end.
True.
There's a lot of Indiana Joneses in this story.
Right. Okay. I understand. Now it's time to begin the quiz. Are you all ready? You've all studied up. You're all revved up and ready to go. Now, again, how this works
Ready to go to bed.
is I will ask a question. Listen, I still remember the one time on the stream you fell asleep at the end of the stream, and we didn't realize until we ended stream and you were fucking snoring in the call, okay? I still remember that.
Yeah, DM'd you while you're...
Okay, so how this works is I will ask a question. You will send me a DM on Discord to answer it. Once I have all the answers locked in, we will see who got it right. So, let's begin. First of all, do not be looking on any screens or any books or any covers or any of that stuff. I need an answer to this very important question.
Co-pilot, here we come.
Who is the author of Dorohedoro?
Fuck.
Fuck, I gotta think I'm supposed to spell this.
As long as I can get the gist of what you're trying to spell, it'll be good. Justin.
I don't know. God damn.
I think this is how you spell it.
Okay. Justin wrote Kojima, which is listen, I might have bought that for, some of the randomness, but I mean, no, it was not Kojima.
You read it again, baby.
And Arimia and Shadowman wrote Hayashida. The answer is Q Hayashida.
Okay,
Yay!
come on.
So yes, you both get a point.
Okay, yeah, I was like, don't fucking tell me we get it wrong because we missed the Q.
I was like, there's no real point to give you guys half a point for not writing the Q. I mean, the Q might be important, but I don't know, I'll give you guys a point for that. That's fine. Now,
the Q is for question.
Now, here's a bonus question, which I don't expect you guys to know, but it'd be interesting if you do know, because I did mention this in several of our streams.
Oh no.
What is the name of their current series?
Oh.
This is a bonus meme question here.
Yeah.
But I have mentioned it in the streams before.
Oh,
God damn it, Justin.
Oh, what's that shit called? I don't know the name of it. I know what it is.
Okay, well, if you want to vaguely describe it, maybe.
Okay.
You gotta have a point, probably.
If you're going to vaguely describe it, now I have to look at the description of it, because I don't remember. Now, I remember what the series is called, I just don't remember the description of it.
Okay.
Is it that one?
Oh.
I
will let you know once I have all the answers. I'll let you know once I have all
Okay.
the answers. I'm waiting on Shadow.
I don't got anything, sorry.
Okay, he's got nothing. He doesn't even send a joke answer. He's got nothing. All right, so Shadow said nothing.
This is no laughing matter, chap.
Justin said the ninja one where they are maybe a ninja. I'm not fucking sure. No, that is Under Ninja, and this is not their series.
Oh, okay.
That one I think was, yeah, I can't remember the author, but they did something else that we keep.
Oh, was that Fire Punch?
No, that's Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Oh.
Tatsuki Fujimoto is not working on Under Ninja. Don't worry.
Who did Under Ninja?
Fujimoto's the fucking Chainsaw Man.
Arimia sent me a picture of her dog Leroy, a sticker of her dog Leroy, but transparent and staring at me. So I don't think that's the answer. I don't think that is Die Dark. Their current series is called Die Dark. Okay, Tyrone in the chat got it.
I wouldn't have got it.
But yes, it is Die
Hold on,
Dark.
we got that fight against Tyrone in the chat too.
Huh?
Is he also a contestant in this?
He can answer the questions if he wants, but he will not be a part of the points for this. I'm sorry, Tyrone. That's we have a process here, unfortunately. But you can answer them.
Discord. It'll be funny.
You can answer the questions in the chat if you want. But yes, nobody got it. But I didn't really expect you guys to get it, although I did mention it. But it's not like critical Dorohedoro questions, so no worries about that. Now, I think this is the last question related to the manga itself. Like manga, like the production stuff. What year did the series start and end? You will get a point for each of these. If nobody gets it, I might give it a point to each person, the persons who is the closest for each of them. We'll see how you guys answer.
Well, I'm gonna go with.
Okay, I got 2 answers in, waiting on Shadow.
I second guess myself. I'm gonna be pissed.
Sure, fuck it. This is probably it.
Okay, so, all right, what do we got here? We have Shadow with 2000 to 2018. That is correct. You got it exactly right.
I was going to write 2018 instead of 2019, and I didn't do it.
Justin wrote 2008 to 2019. Neither of those are correct, unfortunately. And then Arimia wrote 2011 to 2021. Unfortunately, not correct. So, Shadow gets 2 points, and nobody else got the dates right for
'Cause
anything else,
I
so she gets 2
remember
points.
on like one of the volume covers, not volume, one of the chapters. It's like 18 years. So like I remember starting like 2000 exactly. And like okay, so probably in like 18
Oh.
years.
You got it.
Pr-
You did it.
Proud of you.
Congratulations, Shadow. You got it exactly right. I didn't expect somebody to get both the years right. Nice.
Maybe.
All right. Here's another
Right
question.
above.
This one should be easy.
Should.
What is the name of Nikaido's restaurant?
Ari.
Am I about to get another sticker of Leroy? Is that what's about to happen?
I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
All right, you do that. Okay, we're still waiting on Aremia. Okay, this is a different dog. This one's named Twinkle. I don't know whose
That's
dog
Ing's
this is.
dog. That's
Okay.
Ing's dog.
Okay, I'm looking at a transparent image of Ing's dog. Very fluffy and very small like Leroy. Justin wrote The Hungry Bug and then sent me a gif of a dog humping a couch. I don't know. Or no, some dude's leg. Wait, who's this person?
I don't
Did
know. It was
you
on
just-
Discord.
Okay. All right, so he wrote The Hungry Bug, which is correct. And Shadow also wrote Hungry
Oh
Bug.
shit, is it?
Yes. Yeah, you got it.
Oh damn.
You just thought you lost, so you were going to send a gif of a dog humping a couch or whatever? That's
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So you get a point. Justin's finally got a point. He's on the board. And Shadow's
We're
got
on the
one point.
board. I
We're
can go
on
to bed
the-
now.
Yeah, you could go to bed. All right. Next up. Oh wait, is Shadow back yet? You say he was getting a
No.
drink. Okay, I'll ask you guys this. Well, maybe I should wait. I don't know.
I'm back.
Okay, he's back. Never mind. I don't have to wait. All right. So you got the point. You were correct, Shadow. You and
Oh.
Justin got it correct. Ari sent me a sticker of a dog. So it's
Wait, how did you not know that one, Ari?
fake Nikaido fans, really.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Ari. The
Honest-
fuck?
Honestly,
Sounds
Get
like
your
an
shit
easy one.
together, Ari.
you believe? All right.
This is
So
bully.
what? Here's the next
Dude.
question. This one should be easier than anything else in the world.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What is Johnson's catchphrase?
Oh.
Oh.
If you don't get this, I don't know what to say to you.
Wow. Is this the freebie I was supposed to get?
Yeah, it was specifically for you. Don't worry.
I know the answer. I think I can literally just like scroll up like 2 inches and I'll see it.
All right, answers are locked in. I can't
Hey,
believe
no.
what I can't believe what I'm seeing.
No, I know the answer. I was thinking I know the answer, but because I sent you the screenshots earlier, I could just like scroll up.
Ari, are you locked in, or is this? I don't know if you're fucking around or if this is actually all you got.
Remember what the hell?
Are you
the
kidding me?
crap-
It's
Look.
shocking. It's
We moved on
shocking.
this for a
This is the
bit.
one thing this fucking cockroach can say, and he says
Do you think
it.
I pay attention to what a cockroach says?
We joke about it every week. I can't even start
Ari,
with you right
you
now.
said in one of the chats, your favorite panel was just like him going through a door and saying shocking.
Ari's actually throwing for
So, all
content.
right, so Justin and Shadow got it right with shocking. Ari wrote Gweh, Gweh, for those who want to know how to spell it. That's what I'm seeing in the chat.
The only shocking thing was Ari got that one wrong.
Yes.
I tried to give an easy one everybody would get. This is what happens. What is Professor Kasukabe also known by? His name. What name is he also known by? This one might be a
Oh.
little trickier.
This
Yes,
one I
another name.
remember.
I'm not even sure.
Okay. Getting the answer.
This one's wrong. This one's definitely wrong.
I forgot his actual. I forgot fucking Professor Kasakabe's name most of the time. I remember him by the other name.
All right, are we locked in? Okay.
Yeah.
The answer is Hayes, and I think all of you got it. No,
Fuck.
everybody except Shadow got it right. So Justin wrote Hayes.
I forgot. Hayes, my bad. Sorry.
Ari wrote Hayes
Wow.
Kasukabe is Haru's name, not his. He took her name as a pen name or something. The bonus fact is kind of close. He took her name because they got married. I'll have you know. Okay, they are married.
Oh,
remember.
sorry.
Okay. No, it's my
I
fault.
guess taking somebody's last name because you
Gross.
married them is a pen name. I guess. But no, yeah, you got it right. So, but Shadow wrote the Professor, which I guess he's been called the Professor by us in stream sometimes, but that is not what we were looking for here on the
Yeah,
show.
okay.
Sorry.
Like
No
the
problem.
Professor.
What's what?
Ayo.
Oh,
Rose before Rose.
oh boy. Okay. So next, what is Kaiman's primary weapon?
Thought you made these not stupid easy.
Listen, you say don't make it stupid easy. People are still typing. All right. So,
I'm fucked.
how do I handle this? Okay, I got all the answers
What's the
locked in.
problem?
So I wrote combat knives. So
Oh, okay.
Justin definitely got it because he wrote knife. Ari wrote machete thingies.
All I remembered was him being like kind of like double wielding some kind of sword knife thingy.
And then Shadow
The
wrote
whole
dagger.
thing is knives. Like the
Shadow wrote
cross
dagger.
knife.
Shadow I could give a point to. Because a dagger is a knife, right? There's no real difference.
It's like this close, you know. It's like
Machete
Actually.
things. Would I give machete things? A machete is a very different, like, bigger thing.
I guess no.
I'll give you a half a point because you understood what it was supposed to be, but you called it a much bigger thing. So I'll give you a half a point for that. Okay, a half a pity point. Okay. I still feel bad that you didn't remember shocking. Okay, it's very shocking.
okay, like I forgot Hayes already.
Well, Hayes I can understand because I think the name has only come up like a couple times. So I don't blame you for that one. All right.
Carl hasn't been around for a bit. That's the only person who calls him
That's
Hayes.
true. Okay. Here's one. I need some explanation from people. Okay.
Oh boy.
What is the Night of the Living Dead? Be as specific as you can. Oh my god, I'm getting answers in. Waiting on one more.
Sure.
All right, are we locked in? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I wrote. So I'll read you guys what I wrote, and then I'll read through what everybody else wrote. So I wrote, once a year, zombies rise in the hole, and exterminators collect metal plates from killing them for prizes. That's what I wrote. You can get extra points if you. So you get like a point for each of those kind of big relevant points, pretty much. So let's see what people wrote. Ari wrote, it's when the powers of the hole pit bring people back to life in the hole. So I give you a point for that because yes, that is the core thing, is that they're brought back to life in the hole. I don't think in my answer thing, I didn't specify why it happened because I kept trying to see if there was a confirmed thing for why it happened.
I thought it was like the residue of the magic.
I thought it might have been, but yeah. I think there was also confusion whether or not it was the result of all the black powder or if it was from the rain. I don't know, something to that effect.
I thought it was from the hole itself, like the pits.
It might have been. That's why I didn't want to give a point for the reason why it happened because I wasn't fully sure, so I didn't want to bother giving a point. So you'll get a point at least for the fact that they come back to life. Shadow wrote, on a certain day, the residue of the magic brings back people as zombies. So you get a point for that. And Justin wrote, the night where the magic victims come back to life in the hole and have plates in their neck from when they are buried, which can be turned in for prizes when slaying the living dead. You get 3 points for that because you got the 3 important factors that I want included. And you also say pretty sure it's because of the sludge. So you get 3 points for that. The other 2 get 1 point. Justin's crawling back up in the points. Oh my god.
It was in the trenches earlier.
All right. Now, what do we have next here? During the baseball game, what type of mascot outfit does Ebisu wear?
I almost just unmuted and yelled it.
Oh no.
A mass trolling.
Everybody would have gotten a point easy. Imagine if you shouted the wrong answer too.
Sorry, no, you shouted the enemy, the other team.
No, I could
Just to fuck with everybody.
Just to gaslight us.
I don't know.
just start shouting random animals.
How do we know it's an animal, first of all?
Okay, I got the answers locked in. The answer was a shark. As Ari answered perfectly by typing shark in all caps and then sending a gif of Ebisu dancing around in the shark mascot outfit. So
I almost just yelled shark.
I mean,
Shadow also wrote shark, so he gets a point. Justin wrote mermaid. Sorry, Justin. Ebisu at one point was wearing a mermaid outfit, so you did have your mermaid thing. That was at one of N's like nightclub businesses.
Yeah, I didn't
not
remember what
at
it was.
the baseball game. So it was not mer people,
a
unfortunately.
real question is: everyone know what the other team mascot was?
I was too lazy to go check with the other teams.
Was
it-
it Johnson?
That was a worm.
Oh yeah, it was the worms. That is not
Come
one
on,
of the questions, so you don't have to worry.
I wish it was.
0 points. Fuck off.
I think you're the only one who would have gotten a point for that. Okay, so
It's
somebody
the
actually
problem.
studied. Somebody studied hard for this. Okay,
I didn't actually study.
No, you studied. Don't worry. Now,
I know. I've been weighing all of these, by the way.
Why do sorcerers wear masks?
Fuck. Shit.
Okay, I'm waiting on one more.
Yeah, just fucking go. I goofed.
You got nothing?
Alright, I get like 5 point for this. Hold on.
You can type something and I'll let you know what happens. Don't worry. I believe in you, Shadow. You can do it.
Okay, I'll just get like half a point. Whatever, I'll take it, I guess.
All right. So, why do sorcerers wear masks? I wrote to strengthen magic power. You can also say tradition, and I would have given you a half point for that at least.
Okay.
But the real reason is the tradition is established because it strengthens their magic powers. Specifically, if they are given it by devils who make it, their powers are even greater, depending on the quality of them.
Fuck,
So,
I wrote they boost the power and then deleted it.
damn. So Justin wrote it helps channel their power. I'll decide what to do with that after I read the others. Ari wrote they're given to them by devils to enhance their powers. That is correct. You will get at least a point for that. Let me read the others to see if I can give it another one for the other thing. Some masks are given to them by devils, is what Shadow wrote. Well, that's not why they wear the mask. So you're not. Yeah, I can't give you a point for that, Shadow. Unfortunately, Ari's definitely getting a point. Yeah, you'll get 1 point. Justin wrote it helps channel their power. I'll give you half a point for that because, like, in my mind, channeling is like strengthening in a way, but
It's
like,
essentially.
I thought it was like focusing it, like type deal, which is technically a way of boosting it, but
so I'll give you half a point. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Shadow gets the full point though, right? Is that what I gave you? Oh no, you got no points for that because you wrote some are given by devils. Yeah, okay. And I gave Ari 1 point. That's what happened there. Okay, I understand. All the points are correct. Okay, don't worry. All right. Sorcerers are biologically different from humans in 2 ways. What are they? So this is another one where you'll get a point for each of them. Do, 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 do. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we're still waiting on somebody. You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh yeah. I don't. All right, fine. Go.
Okay. So I wrote they can reduce smoke and their soul is within a devil tumor. So if you wrote that they have devil tumors, I'll accept that too.
Okay.
So let's see what we have here. We have Justin said have smoke glands that produce magic smoke and have a devil tumor. So yes, you'll get 2 points for that. Ari said 1, they have smoke in their veins, and 2, they have a devil tumor in their brains. I'll take 2 points for that. Shadow said they have smoke pipes. They have smoke pipes, like the
That's where that smoke comes from.
from
I
pipes.
know it wasn't pipes, but like I forgot what the fucking
I
word
just
was.
don't think he thought of the word glands.
Or like vein.
Yeah.
Were you trying to say
Veins,
vein?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
okay.
If that's what you
You have
meant,
a
and you were trying to be like, oh, you know, they smoke pipes, like you're like a fucking Gandalf or whatever. Like, okay, I'll give you a point for that. You get 1 point for that, Shadow. Everybody else gets 2 points.
Okay.
All right. Now, amazing, astounding. Here's a very important question. Okay, very, very important question. Okay.
Inside job.
What was the name of Fujita's first partner? Or the partner before Ebisu, I guess.
I don't know how to spell this.
As long as I get the gist of it, it'll be fine.
Sure, okay, I mean, like, yeah, it's probably like spelled incorrectly, but you get the gist.
I don't know if Ari's still thinking or if they're not there.
Ari,
Do, do, do,
You cooking back there?
Do.
I ain't cooking shit.
What's going on in this goddamn kitchen? All right. It is Matsumura. So, what do we have here for answers? Shadow wrote Matsumura, so you get a point.
okay.
Justin wrote Matsumura, question mark? Matsumada. One of those two. I'll
I mean,
give you a
like,
point.
yeah, that's better, right?
Ari sent me a sticker of the VTuber named Bettel. This is specifically a dysfunction Bettel sticker, where it looks like he's on the ground dead. So that's just the audio description for you you listeners out there. You know, just to let
Chat
you know what I'm
describes
looking at.
stickers ASMR when we get in that stream.
Just to let you guys know.
Right now.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so he looks like he's dead. So I feel like Ari did not get this point. I think that's the gist of what happened there. That seems like what's happened there. The other people got points. You guys got points. Moving on. How often does a blue night happen? And how long does it last? Okay, what do we got here? All right, are we locked in?
Yep.
Are we locked? Okay. All right. The answer is every 4 years and lasts 3 days. Justin got it right. Every 4 years,
Oh
3
my
nights.
fucking god.
Yeah, let's
Ari
go.
got it
Let's
right.
go.
4 years, 3 days.
Let's go.
And Shadow got it right. You all got it right. I'm actually
Woo!
surprised by that.
Yo, I went 4 years because Olympics.
Oh, the
And
double
then I
one.
went, I put a week. I'm like, I don't think it was a week. I was like,
I did see
3
you
nights.
edited that. I saw you edit that. And I was like, oh, okay. Good thing you edited that because.
I was
All
like,
right.
a week sounds too long. 3 nights sounds about right.
Dorohedoro time, so you know, who knows?
Why did Chitamura create sorcerers? All right. The answer was boredom.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yes.
He was bored. The Shadow wrote he was bored. Justin wrote bored ? And I wrote bored. Yes, you are all correct. Usually, if the question is why did Chitamura do this, it was out of boredom.
It's boredom. Yeah.
I thought so, but it
I
felt
thought
too
I'm
easy.
trolling.
He does that. He does that. Now, here's one that's not as easy.
What do you mean? That was hard as hell.
I said this next one. Here's one that's not easy. How many heads did Kaiman have? Do they specifically say the number at a certain point?
I think.
All right. The answer was 9 heads.
Let's go.
Ari got it, Shadow got it, and Justin got it. God damn. I did not expect you guys
I was
to go.
pretty
with
sure
that.
because the cat 9 lives
Yeah,
thing.
9 lives.
Yeah.
I think I remember specifically them mentioning 9. Like, okay, yeah.
they did,
Because I was
they
like,
did.
wait, how many heads this Kaiman? Because I only remember like 5 or 6 or so, right? That's the weird part.
Yeah, because he was trying to point out like how many he had left towards the end. They're like, there's only 1 left, and like he said how many that they apparently had. So
Yeah, I'm
that's
like-
where
Yeah, that was my weird part. It's like,
I
remember
definitely-
seeing 6.
I definitely don't remember seeing all 9, but I think it was
No,
usually
it was 9.
like no,
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 that's
I,
the thing.
Trust me.
no,
Yeah, I know it's 9, but like,
I-
still,
No, I mean,
I'm-
we saw 9 die, trust me.
no, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that like that was one of those things where I'm just like, it seemed like sometimes we just ran through the heads just to do a random transformation for like no reason. Is what it felt like.
Some heads have multiple lives, or some heads the same person.
He was like, "Oh, I
What are the
gotta go
rules?
kill N now. Better cut off my head real quick so I can
rules don't
transform into this
matter.
other personality real quick or something like that." I don't know. Anyways, you all got your points for that. Now, why didn't Noi become a devil? The more specific, the better.
Sure.
All right, are we locked in?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer was she used her magic to save Shin when she wasn't supposed to be using her magic for her last test to become a devil. So, what did people write? Justin wrote, used her powers to save Shin, breaking the no using magic for a year rule, which is a part of the exam during a blue night. I don't actually remember if it was part of a blue night. Maybe it was.
Thought it was a blue night.
Ari wrote.
I assume it was close.
Ari wrote at the very beginning of her training, where you're not supposed to use magic for like a full year, she had to use her magic to save Shin. And then Shadow wrote to save Shin by using healing magic. Okay, so if you wrote to save Shin, you are at the very least getting a point. I think all of you are getting at least 1 point. You also got a point if you mentioned that she was not allowed to for the devil exam. You got another point for that. Justin, I have no idea if it was during a blue night, so I don't know whether or not that fact is correct or not. So I don't know if I
think
can
it's
grab some
relevant
extra point for
anyway.
that.
I could have sworn they were struggling because of the blue night, but it's irrelevant.
So Shadow gets a point, and you two get 2 points. All right, amazing. What type of magic does Ebisu use?
Really, she like barely ever gets to use it, huh?
Can you imagine if these characters actually had purposes past the second half of it?
Yeah, like I swear to God, she uses like 3-4 times
The
total.
only arc that mattered in the entire fucking story was Ebisu's because she's now mentally handicapped. Like, that's
True.
about it.
Just constantly. So the answer was reptile transformation. I would also accept lizard magic or whatever, something to that effect.
Where
So what did people write? Ari wrote transformation magic. She could turn into and turn things into a lizard. Kaiju S magic. Okay, sure, I accept it. Justin wrote reptile magic, reptile transformation, if more specific. Yes, you got it. And Shadow wrote reptile transformation magic. So you are all correct. You all get a point. Congrats. Round of applause.
like okay, so he turns Kaiman, he turns himself twice, and also Noi once.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling good about my 1 point goal tonight.
Honestly, I'm just winging it. If I don't get last place, then I'm all good.
How did Kaiman check to see who cursed him? Oh my god, there's so much typing going on.
Well, you ask a long ass question.
I don't know if this is people being very specific or if people just don't know what they're supposed to answer. I never know.
Getting over that first panel.
All right, are we all locked in? Okay. The answer is put them in his mouth and ask them what the man inside said. That's what I wrote, at least. Let's see what other people wrote. Shadow wrote, by putting a sorcerer in his mouth and asking the sorcerer, what did the guy in his mouth say? You got it. So you'll be getting 2 points for that. Ari wrote, swallowing their head, letting Risu / curse inside him see who it was. And then when they got out of his mouth, he asked them what Risu told them, if he said they were the one or not. Yes, you got it. 2 points. Actually, well, I don't know if I guess I'll give 3 because you specified it was Risu / curse specifically. I'll give you 3 points for that because that is a different thing. Yeah, I'll give you 3 points for that. Justin wrote, putting their head in his mouth, which allowed Curse to say whether it was the responsible party or, though technically that's for who killed Risu's curse, actually says every. What are you writing here? Though technically that's for who killed Risu, curse actually says Ebisu got in his way, which was the answer Kaiman was looking for. Part curse was looking for Risu's murder. What are you typing?
Okay, so curse. So it was curse in Kaiman's mouth because Risu was a separate entity at the time, or like he was rezzed. Like by fucking Judas Isaiah, right? So Kaiman was putting people in his mouth thinking Curse was going to say who transformed him into a lizard. But Curse was looking for who killed Risu because that's how the curse works. So when he went to eat Ebisu's head and Curse went, you got in my way. That was the answer he was looking for. He just didn't know that.
I see.
That seems unnecessary.
It is very unnecessary.
That's the specific details of exactly what happened, though.
Alrighty, sure.
You were already going to get 3 points for mentioning it was Curse, that they put him in the head, and then waited to see what they had to say.
Damn, I suck at detail.
I mean, you're getting 2 points.
Detail. Yes, for detail.
The other details were was like if I asked you how many times this person died, and you said, well, they died this many times, but also they went to the convenience store once, and when they were at the convenience store, they were like, I wonder if I should die that many times. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What does that answer have to do with it? So you're getting 3 points.
It was a misdirection. It was a misdirection with the Ebisu, because it was like Ebisu. It can't be Ebisu because of the curse thing. Remember, we had a conversation about it.
No, I remember it. Listen, buddy, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. You're very tired.
I gave the most detail. Bow down.
This is like, listen, if I just sent you the entire plot of Dorohedoro, I should get all the points for everything. It's fine.
This is my fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Haru has a hobby. What is it? You have a very specific
she got like
hobby.
5, bruh.
I'm looking for one very specific main hobby. Let's put it like that. If it's adjacent to the thing I'm thinking of, then you're fine.
Sure, that seems about right. My mindset now would just go.
Okay, the answer was music / singing very badly. So what do we have here? We have Justin said making music really, really bad music. Shadow wrote singing over the lyrics of singing over the lyrics of other songs. Sort of. It might give you half.
I swear to God, she did that.
I mean, she
Yeah,
He was
does
trying
that.
to be he was right. He was trying to be a smartass. Just to give it to
So
him.
Ari wrote singing terribly. She adds shit to stuff and makes her own mixtape. Okay, all right, fine. I'll give Shadow and Justin a point. Ari gets 2 points. That's what I'll do. That's how I'll sort this out. All right. You guys are gonna be. It's gonna be interesting when I reveal the scores. I'll say that.
Wait, okay, I mean, should I be scared?
You'll find out. What triggers Risu's curse magic?
Sorry, what was the question again?
What triggers Risu's curse magic? All right. Are we locked in?
I don't know.
Okay. The answer was his death. If someone kills him, he curses whoever killed him. That's pretty much how the curse magic works. So,
Fair.
we have Ari wrote someone with deadly intent towards him. I think that's
Because
I
I
think
thought at first it was he has to die, but then as it evolved, it was
Someone with a killer intent.
It's-
Yeah.
because like Dokuga had a scene where he's like, I can't like act like I have
Yeah.
any ill will towards him.
So-
I was also going off that Dokuga scene.
okay.
where it was
All
like-
right. So I understand what you guys were going on. I'll probably just give you guys a point for it because what I was looking for in terms of triggers, I mean, like starts the curse magic or whatever, like
Oh.
because
Because they
what
really
you-
hammered on
no,
that.
I
killing intent thing for a
understand. No,
while.
I understand. I should have worded it more specifically on my end because what you guys are saying is correct. That's when he can switch from Risu to curse and will attack people. But what actually brings curse into the picture at all is him dying.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll give you guys points for that though. So you wrote someone with deadly intent towards him. Justin wrote the stronger killing intent, the stronger the curse gets. Yes. And then Shadow wrote someone having a killing intent, someone killing him. Shadow actually got the someone killing him thing, so I'll give him 2 points.
Yeah, that's
Yippee!
Yeah, I think the term activate there kind of fucked us up.
I understand.
Yeah, it to stand.
Okay. What did Ebisu's parents do after she went missing?
Wait, what'd you say?
What did Ebisu's parents do after she went missing? All right. So you could have potentially gotten 2 points for this. Because I wrote, replaced her with a doppelganger, magic doll or clone, you can say either way, and which became a monster that attacked them. That's what the 2 points I wrote
Okay.
for like the extra details. If you wrote that extra detail, you got an extra point. So let's see what people wrote. Shanna wrote, made a clone of her, correct. And I wrote, they got a copy of Ebisu, correct. And Justin wrote, they tried to make a fake magic doll of her, but it was really a monster, and they pieced the fuck out. Justin gets 2 points. That's-
Yeah.
they did, in fact,
Worded a
piece
little
the fuck out.
funnily, but correct.
They pieced the fuck out. All right. What do we have next? What is the hospital doctor's name?
Oh, shit.
Oh fuck! What is his name?
He has a name.
He does have a name. I don't think we've ever said it on the podcast, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
Actually, we might have said it. I don't
And
remember.
his name is Leroy, the 17-pound Chihuahua.
All right. The answer was Dr. Vaux, V-A-U-X. No, I will not accept just Doc as an answer. That one. So let's see what we got here. Ari sent me the same sticker of Leroy, her dog, staring at me.
What am I
Yeah.
supposed to say? Like, get another one?
Yeah, you're supposed to have multiple stickers of your dog. You ever think of that? No, you don't. Shadow actually got it right. He wrote Vox. I'm actually astounded at that. How the fuck? How the fuck? He's actually
I
cheating.
do this off of memory, by the way.
He cheated.
I'm
Actually
looking at-
cheated.
Actually
He-
cheating.
He
Actually
heard your
cheating.
comment about the surprise about the leaderboard, and he toggled.
True,
What?
true, true.
I'm sorry, what?
Justin said Doc, and then sent me a GIF of Dr. Disrespect.
Dr.
That's what-
Disrespect.
yeah. He sent
Yeah.
me a GIF of Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect is surrounded by enemies. He only needs one thing.
It was not Dr. Disrespect, so unfortunately. So Shadow gets his point. So I'm
Let's
surprised
go,
I gave away
baby.
points at all for that one. Holy shit. All right,
That was a private quiz, chap.
listen. What volume was Dorohedoro originally supposed to end?
Volume.
Yes, volume.
Shit.
You can do this. I believe in you all.
I think I'm wrong. I think I deleted the good answer again.
All right, are you ready? All right. The answer was volume 19.
Damn.
This wasn't volume 19. Justin wrote 18. Ari wrote 19 or 65. You didn't write one answer? You motherfucker. I should have looked ahead of time. I should have looked ahead of time to put a gun to your head for it. Shadow wrote 19.
You can give me half point, I guess.
Why should I don't know if I should give you any points. You wrote 2 answers. You doubled your chances of getting it right.
What was the answer?
Is the first one right? That's what matters.
I mean, the first one was correct. All right. I'll give you half a point, but you can't
The
do
second-
that shit in the future.
The
You
second
can't
guess
do
is
that
like a
shit.
maybe they'll feel bad for me if I'm wrong.
Exactly.
You can't
You guys are
do
terrible,
that
you know that?
you can't just write 2 number answers and be like, I need half a point, right? Okay. All right. Why do the cross eyes use that symbol on their eyes? Tyrone in chat say, good night, guys. It was really fun, and I wish I could finish, but I'm tired. Well, good night, Tyrone. Thank you for hanging around,
Same.
sticking around. We'll be around for another book club stream, not next week, but probably the week after is when we're going to start the new series. And we'll be voting on the next series in the chat throughout this week. So if you're interested, you can join discord.wolfborg.com and hang with us. And we will be back again, not next Thursday, but Thursday after, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, what do we got here for answers here? So the question was, why do the cross eyes use that symbol on their eyes? And the answer was to match the birthmarks that the boss has, because he has 2 cross eyes birthmarks on his eyes.
Okay.
All right, Shadow did not write anything. I apologize for not waiting a bit. For some reason, I thought you had
No, I
written
just
something.
didn't know. I just didn't know.
Okay, all right. That was my bad for not checking ahead of time. Justin wrote, because it's like the original symbol over the eyes of their boss, like the symbol of the hole. That's correct. I'll take that. Ari wrote, because it's the design the boss has on his face, so the rest got tattooed on them to show solidarity/loyalty. That is correct. I'm trying to think. I think I might give Justin 2 points for mentioning that it's also a symbol of the hole. I think I'll give you 2 points for that too. I didn't write that, but that is a good point. That is an extra detail with that. I'll give you that. And then Ari gets a point. Shadow does not. All right, next, what do we got? Oh, here's one. This one might be see who gets closest to it deal, unless 2 people get it correct. Okay. How old is Kasukabe?
Oh shit.
That man is eternal, okay?
If nobody gets it, we might go with whoever's the closest.
Oh, fuck it. Here's a guess.
All right, are we locked in?
Yep.
Yeah, I just threw out a number.
I just picked a funny number, so you know.
Answer was 64.
Oh.
Let's see what people
I-
wrote. Oh my god, Shadow got 64. Bro, are you, he's actually
sick
just
guess.
looking them all up.
Oh, sick guess.
Oh my
I
god.
just picked a funny number. That's it.
That is not a funny number. No, you would have gone with 65.
No, I know why he wrote it. He wrote it because Mario 64 and shit like that. Probably.
Oh my. Okay, yeah, I could see Shadow doing that.
I understand
Mega
that.
Man
now.
64.
Nah, he's
come on.
cheating. Fuck him.
He's cheating. He really wants the custom title in my server. He really wants it.
I don't. I just picked the funny number.
Oh, yeah,
I
Ari wrote
sweats as he
50.
quickly googles.
Ari wrote 56. Fuck if I know. He's whatever age Haru wants. True. I mean, Justin wrote 55.
55.
So,
Yeah, I just
Shadow got it,
Yeah.
which means all of you do not get the point. So Shadow got it.
Wow.
He's the
I
closest.
just picked
He got
funny
it exactly.
number.
24. All right. Now, how did Dokuga's gang get out of paying their rent?
That's it. Oh wait, hold on. I'm second guessing myself. Oh no.
All right. I'm going to do a thing here. Okay. I'm going to do a thing here. I'm going to read you guys all your answers that you already wrote. Those are already locked in. All right. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Don't say anything about them out loud right now. I'm going to tell you the next question. Actually, I'm going to read you my answer and then ask you guys the next question. The answer was, well, how did Dokuga's gang get out of paying their rent? The answer was, killed their landlady. Now, the next question is, who killed her? Some of you already got this. But if you didn't get this, now's the time to write it. Who killed? If you got that first question wrong, you can redeem yourself here. Who killed her? But nobody else who already got it, answer it. You already got it. You already locked in. You already locked in for some answer for it.
Shit, who did kill her?
It was me. I killed her.
I remember her. Oh wait, never mind. Didn't say that aloud.
All right, are we locked
I'm
in?
fucking guessing. This is remotely close to the right
Okay.
answer.
All right, so, who killed her? It was Risu from like an accident caused by Dokuga. So if you wrote Dokuga
okay.
or Risu, you got a point. For
Motherfucker! I was gonna write Dokuga. I went with the
So-
meme answer.
I was like, is it Risu or is it Dokuga? So I second guessed myself and said Dokuga.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Risu killed her, but it was like because of Dokuga doing shit inside the house with him that it like happened.
Okay.
So I would have
I
accepted
wrote
like, wait a minute.
Dokuga and then it was like Fujita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow wrote, or I'm sorry, Justin, for both of his answers, wrote killing their fucking landlady accidentally after trying to pawn their friend/member off on her, and then said Fujita ? Killed her. And then Arimia wrote, landlady accidentally got killed by like a stray bullet / projectile or something, so they tried to make her death look like an accident, and after the shenanigans, her corpse from a parasite worm emerging from her stomach. Accident? Maybe end ? Something flew over and hit her in the head. And then Shadow wrote, Dokuga accidentally killed her. He got that on his first question answer too, okay? He got both those parts
Wow.
already.
You
Okay.
studied.
Wow,
I
what a
didn't
nerd.
though. I winged it. I winged this.
Fucking
The fuck?
cheater.
There's no way.
He's the biggest Dorohedoro fan right here.
I'm not though. I
All right, so how we deal with the points? Shadow, of course, gets 2 points. He got that. Justin and Arimia are at least getting 1 point for the killing landladies. That's happening. Neither of you got who killed the landlady correct. Ari wrote a lot of details about them dealing with the body. I appreciate the extra details, but I'm not going to accept that for this because that's not how she was killed. That was what happened after she was killed, unfortunately. But you still get the point for getting correct that they killed the landlady. You got that right. All right, next up.
How many more questions are there?
A number. Don't worry about it. How tall is Holcoon? Closest will get this. I will accept answers in feet or centimeters. Either way. Shadow. You got anything, Shadow?
I'm not gonna be super specific. It's like
Just what the closest guess. I don't. You don't have to think too much. It's either feet or centimeters, whatever one.
Listen, Shadow's typing speed isn't that quick enough for the
Oh,
Wikipedia.
No.
he's got to Google it. He's got to look at the Dorohedoro wiki. Yeah, I understand.
it's like
All right.
like
The
I want
answer.
the exact as I can.
The answer was 14 feet 1 inch or 429 centimeters.
Huh.
And
I didn't know it was that short. I
14
thought it was huge.
Listen, you wrote 20 feet. You did 14 feet.
Oh my!
You don't think 14 feet's huge? Goddamn.
Yeah, but I was, I thought it was 20 feet, so I thought it was like 2 stories.
So Justin wrote 4 meters.
I thought he was
that-
standing next to a meter stick on one of the panels.
Well, centimeters or whatever. So hold on, just to clarify.
Let's do conversion.
A centimeter is going to be 100. Or a meter is going to be 100 centimeters, right? Is that how that works?
Yes.
So then
4 meters to feet is 13 feet. 4 meters 2 feet is 13 feet.
Okay, so 13 feet. Yeah, you would be the closest.
Give him the point.
You get the point, Justin. You did it.
I do.
remember. Am I making this
do.
up, or wasn't there a panel where he was literally sitting next to a stick, and it was marked
Yeah.
4 meters?
Yeah,
That's
it was-
what I
it was-
remember.
It was
There's
the
something, yeah.
it was the
No,
chapter
you know.
cover where Chinomura and Kaiman, I think, were measuring him.
Yeah.
So you
I
do
just
get the
goofed?
point. And Shadow wrote barely over 4 feet, which I don't know. If you don't,
What?
maybe you just don't know how feet work. But
No. I remember the 4. And in my, I didn't think about when they make him like really short. So I forgot the
Wikipedia
10.
that fast.
oh boy,
Yeah, he just saw the number 4 and he fucking.
I only remember the number 4.
all right, here you go. What is the name of Death's movie?
Oh shit! I don't know.
You guys all went to see his movie, right? Or her movie. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Death, as we saw in one of the chapters, is a woman. Hung out with them in a bar. It was a fun fact.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just Death goofing around. I didn't know what that actually looked like.
Okay, the answer was Death the movie. I know, very, very
Damn.
tricky, right? So we have Shadow said Death the movie. You are correct. Ari said Death the documentary. I'll give you half a point. It's not a documentary. I mean, it might have been a documentary. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Wait, you didn't see it? Oh, we saw it?
I haven't died yet, so I don't know. Justin wrote the die-ending.
Yeah.
Not the most creative title.
It's better than Death the movie.
Wow, damn. No, Justin, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Damn.
Ari gets half a point. Shadow gets a point. Amazing.
Oh,
All right, this one. Oh, God. Shin's magic door. What does it say on it? It has something written on his magic door.
I don't even. I assume this is like once, right?
The answer was El Corazon. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's Spanish for the heart.
Okay.
None of you got
Oh,
it. Shadow
that's
wrote
clever.
Shin. Ari wrote life and death, fuck if I know, and Justin wrote cut. Unfortunately, none of those are correct. By the way, also fun fact for those of you who didn't know, Shin, his name, is Japanese for heart as well, I believe, or
Yeah.
like a symbol for heart. So, also, other fun fact, death. This is not one of the questions later on, so I just want to bring this up because while I was coming up with these questions, death is not confirmed to be a human or a devil. They don't know if he's just a sorcerer, a human, or I'm sorry, not
It's a sorcerer. What if?
like a
Be funny.
sorcerer or a devil. They don't know if death is supposed to be a sorcerer or a devil. That was going to be one of my questions if I could have figured it out, but apparently that's literally left up to interpretation. You're not supposed to know.
I feel like beware if they're just a sorcerer, you know?
They might just be a sorcerer fucking around with people, or it might be a devil fucking around with people. Either way, I don't know. Anyways, who are the primary recruited members of the Cross Eyes?
Sorry, what?
Who are the members usually recruited by the Cross Eyes?
Wait, hold on. Say that again?
Who are the main recruited members of the Cross Eyes? Who do they try to recruit usually to join them?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the answer that I wrote, and I wrote this because I found it and confirmed it with a thing, but I'm not, well, now I don't know for sure. So they said it was magic users who were either very low or unable to produce enough smoke to do things with. So they're supposed to be magic users, but they're not supposed to be humans, but they either can't produce enough smoke for it to be useful, or they just can't produce smoke for whatever reason, but they're still sorcerers. So they're not technically supposed to be humans. They just are essentially humans because they lost the one trait that makes them a sorcerer, basically. So they just have devil tumors. So that's
not fair.
Because we learned from people like Natsuki that they are sorcerers, but some of them just might have to open up their veins or whatever to actually use their smoke. So they're not supposed to be humans. They're supposed to be magic users.
Yeah, but then we have half human, half sorcerers that really complicate things. Like Shin.
Well, Shin is, again, a case where he was always a magic user, but he just was half because he had parents who were also human and sorcerer. It's not like he was a human and then became a sorcerer. He was always a sorcerer. He just couldn't use his magic. He was just half sorcerer, I guess. Details. Okay. So the answer that was the answer I wrote. So I was looking for magic users unable to produce smoke. Shadow wrote regular humans. Justin wrote humans/sorcerers with basically no magic, magicless people in general. So I'll give you a point because you wrote sorcerers with basically no magic. And Ari wrote, non-magic users, people can't use magic, and people who've been wronged by magic users. So I will accept that because you wrote people who can't use magic. Because my assumption is that you would also be including, magic users who just can't produce smoke in general.
I also wrote people at the end there because it's the terms are muddy. Oh, it seems muddy.
At least Justin and Ari will get a point. Shadow wrote regular humans. I don't think I can reward a point for that.
He was just trying to throw us off the scent with that one. That was a freebie, and he was just trying to throw us off the cheating scent.
It's fine, okay? It's fine. All right, I need to make sure you guys can't Google your way around this. I understand.
I'm not, though.
All right, next up. What do we have here? Why did Ebisu lose her memories? And you don't have to be super specific with this one, please. Please don't send me an essay for this one. It should be very simple to do.
Oh, wait, hold on.
All right, I have 2 answers. I'm waiting on one more. All right, we're locked in.
I rewarded it to not be a paragraph.
Okay.
Just for you, baby.
So what I wrote was face ripped off by Kaiman's teeth. That's all I was really looking for. What did people write? Jana wrote brain damage from Kaiman ripping off her face / the item Cheetah gave her. I was more just looking for the initial thing.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Justin wrote because her face got ripped off and she lost them from the trauma from her Kaiman meeting. And then Ari wrote all the head trauma. She first lost her memories because of her fight with Kaiman. I will accept that. So you all get a point. Actually, wait. For Ari's, though, we didn't mention the ripping the face off bit of it. I feel like that's a crucial detail with that.
Really?
You get half a point for that. Yes, that is like the direct reason why she had to pray. You can't just say they had a fight with Kaiman and that's how she lost it. Like,
And head trauma.
You wrote all the head trauma like as it throughout the series, which I mean it's not wrong, but I mean
there's a lot of head trauma for
There's a lot of head trauma.
Oh, it's a lot of trauma, actually, period. Hold on.
All right, we are almost at the end. Don't worry, we have a few more questions left.
Alrighty.
How many natural born devils are there? The answer is only one. Cheetah
Yeah, let's go.
Ari wrote 1, Cheetah Shadow wrote 1, and Justin wrote 1. So you guys got it.
I started laughing because as I was writing Cheetah-mura, I wrote Chatamura.
True.
That would have been 2 points if you wrote that. I would have voted for that being 2 points.
I would just declared you the winner, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would have too.
According to N's biography movie, which he self-directed and wrote and all that, of course.
Of course.
What likely happened to his parents? All right, locked in. So I wrote, he probably turned them into mushrooms without realizing it. Specifically in the panel of the movie, it was like him being like, I don't know. The first memory when I woke, my first memory was waking up and there was just mushrooms around me. Probably my parents were in those. I don't know. So what do we got here? Irie said died from his fungus magic. Justin said Batman killed by sorcerers.
I don't know.
Hold up, let him go.
Shadow wrote they died for the mushrooms he created. Okay, Ari and Shadow get a point. Justin, unfortunately, did not get Batman.
Okay,
Justin gets 2 points. Yeah, he did.
Wait, actually,
no, he gets he loses a point. Actually, okay.
Whoa!
Whoa.
All right, this one might be a little tricky. Let's see who can figure this one out. Sorcerers in this series have a specific naming convention. What is it?
Wait, what?
Sorcerers have a very specific naming convention. What is it? There is only one exception to this rule. You don't have to name the exception, but just to help you out.
Oh, well, I mean, we all know the one exception.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we all know.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Obviously. Duh.
This isn't like this is just going off the memory once again. So it's gonna sound a little
guys,
weird.
don't worry, it's memory, guys. Sweat beads down his face.
So, just to clarify for people before we're all locked in, I'm talking about sorcerers, not talking about devils. I'm not talking about humans. I'm talking about sorcerers. So correct your answers if you have to. Or magic users, sorcerers, but it's not devils or humans. So So if you have to make any corrections, lock them in now.
He's got to change that open AI question.
That Google search, yeah. All right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
Stop responding.
So the answer was they all have Japanese names except for Turkey.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
There's a very specific sorcerer thing.
Oh.
So Ari wrote 1 word for each name that's 1 syllable.
I was sitting here thinking, okay, Shin, Noi, En, Sho.
Ebisu is 3 syllables.
Fuck, I didn't get that far.
Fujita is 3 syllables.
I did not get that far.
Here's about those 2 characters, though.
True.
Listen, I had the top tier in my head, Shin, Noi, In. That's all I needed.
So,
Shadow didn't write anything? I thought you had written something. Did you delete whatever you wrote, or?
yeah, I was like, oh wait, fuck me. I was thinking about devil for some reason. Okay, whoops.
What did you write? You don't have to delete them.
Um,
I can read them for funsies.
Okay, like it was like because I remember like I like one of the like end of chapters is something about like they took their sorcerer name and like slightly adjusted it to make it mean something else,
yes. I see. Like, fuck around with
which
your
is
names
completely
and
off the
name.
mark. First of all,
Justin wrote, they are named similar to their magic.
I didn't
I
know
do-
if
what?
the
I-
Japanese
Shit.
meant something.
I don't think that's... Well, I'm not sure. I know Shin is definitely related to his character. I don't know any of the other ones, though.
No,
that
I
was,
don't.
that
think
was
so.
not what I was looking for, so... So none of you get a point
I
for
was
that.
literally just thinking Shin and no one else.
Okay. So, here we go. We're almost there. We have 2 more questions.
Wait, I just thought of something important.
What's that?
what?
Did we ever get the Shin heart thing explained, or does he just have some weird heart condition going on that we just never touched on again?
He's like Zane. Don't worry about it.
You're like, you know how like it would like fucking X-ray show his heart when he was like about to die or something? I got real excited. We just never talked about that again.
He's like Zane. Don't worry.
Didn't he
about
like get stabbed in the heart at one point and like he was like,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
too
it's
angry to die?
I think it somehow helped him live, but I don't remember how. Because his
Like,
main
it's
magic
not-
is
it's-
supposed to be taking people apart, but they're still alive. Like, dismembering them,
Yeah,
but they're still
but like
alive.
his whole thing's like a heart motif, and then we don't talk about the heart thing that
it.
was
Also,
going on there.
his mask is backwards.
Anyway,
Listen, I don't remember. Maybe it was supposed to be explained and then we just didn't. I don't know. Anyways, we got 2 more questions left here. Very important. Okay. This one. What does Dorohedoro mean? There are a couple different correct answers to this that I will accept.
I don't fucking know.
I'll explain one last thing later.
Oh no, it meant, I thought we went over this at the beginning and I forgot.
Are you locked in or are you still thinking?
I'm done.
Okay. The answers I will accept, or if you got close to it, I'll probably accept it. Mud to mud, sludge to sludge, or mud to
yeah.
sludge. Those are the
Okay.
answers. So we have Justin said real magic.
I
Real.
thought of mud there, but I wasn't connecting the dots.
Shadow wrote mud to mud, so you get a point. And Ari wrote in bold and italics, and that ... is Dorohedoro. So
So the reason why I was laughing was because I put down mud to mud, but it auto corrected to mid to mid.
Yeah, true. Beat.
All right. Now, we're at the last question. This one. Some of you who might be a little behind in the score, you'll have an opportunity to get them all back. Name as many known devils as you can, even if they were temporary. You will get a point for each one you get correct from my list that I have here. They must have completed the devil transformation in order to qualify for this.
Wait, sorry, what was the question again?
Name as many known devils as you can, even if they were temporary. But they must have completed the devil transformation to count for this. You'll get a point for each one you name that's on my list here. Hopefully we do not have any weird issues with different names for some of these. For like my version to your versions.
I really do not remember any of the side ones.
That's okay. I know a couple of these are incorrect, but you know, I might as well just throw them out there.
All right, are we locked in? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a long list of things, most of which I'm assuming none of you would have remembered, but there are a few at the top that you probably definitely will have remembered. So,
Yeah.
let's go through each of the known devils. So, what I wrote on my things, I will read them off for mine, and then I'll go through each of yours to count them.
We're getting the devil Pokéref.
So, Chinomura.
Yeah.
You said I had to go through the transformation. That's why I didn't write Chinomura. Because he was born devil.
No. Okay. Known. Okay. Chinomura counts for it. Yes.
Oh,
Obviously.
you said
Why would it not count for it? When I said that, I was trying to exclude people who started the devil exam but didn't finish it. Like Noi. Noi would not count for this.
I thought you were saying Chinomura doesn't count.
Okay. So you would have wrote Chinomura. I understand. We'll take Chinomura for you.
Give me the
okay?
point. Yeah.
We'll take Chinomura
Okay.
for you. That was one that I assumed all of you would get because we had a question where it was like, how many?
Because
devils
that's
are
why I
there?
thought you said that part was to like exclude Chinomura because everyone would get it.
No. So
I
Chinomura counts.
misunderstood.
All of you got a point for Chinomura, I'm pretty sure, anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Chinomura, Beelzebub, Gura Gura, Dustin, Haru, Moroku, Asu, Nikaido, Rumor Monger Alice, Cheap, Yamamori, Top, Raka, Car, Beach, Gagamimi, Naraku, Makipachi, Rojo, Kuro, just Kuro, Swamp, Gari, Hakamori, Gaki, Meishi. I'm assuming none of you wrote these other ones that are down towards the bottom. but
What the
You're just making shit up at this point.
these are known
Yeah.
devils. No, these are known devils. There was
To
a
you and no one else.
to all
I
of you,
think
if
I
you looked at the
remember
cover page that listed literally all of them, okay? It listed literally all of them. So, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
see, I quickly glanced at that at one point, but then I forgot about it. That's how I remember the devil name origins.
There's a lot of them, okay? Only the top ones you guys are probably really written. So, Justin wrote Haru, Nikaido, Asu, Dog Guy, Hood Guy, Holy, Chinomura, IDK. Holy does not count as a devil, by the way.
Oh, he doesn't?
He does not count as a devil. I thought that as well. He's not. He's just like an amalgamation of like all the dead all the dead humans and then the few sorcerers that were within him. He was not actually a devil himself, apparently.
Okay.
Not that was
fair.
confirmed at least. So
Fair enough.
so who else do we have here? Shadow wrote Chinomura, Haru, Asu, Nikaido, Olkun, Stove, House, and Cream?
Okay, I forgot the fucking name of the girl that was with the house with the meat pie people, meat bag. I forget the name of the devil that she had.
Meat pie?
Well, yeah, of course, if you forget the name, it doesn't count.
Oh, you're talking about her angel power. That was not a
Oh,
devil.
Angel. Okay.
That was
fair.
her like magic power. That was not a devil. We
Okay.
confirmed that, yeah. Was it
Thanks.
a house? Oh, you're talking about like the actual floating house? I don't think that counts as a devil.
Okay.
Who's Cream?
That was the one. I was
Like
thinking.
from Sonic?
No. I was thinking like, what's the name of the weird like I said earlier that thing was an angel.
Wait,
not-
which one was the dog one? Because I couldn't remember his name.
Dog has got Gura Gura.
Oh, okay.
That's what that one was.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that shit.
And then Ari wrote Chinomura, Asu, Haru, Nikaido. Yes, those are all correct. So let me count these up. Ari gets 4 points. Shadow gets 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points.
Wow, we
Wait,
all
oh,
remember
wait,
the
hold on.
four
hold
devils
on.
people actually cared about.
Chinomura,
the
you got
entire
Chinomura, Haru, Asu, Nikaido. I don't think any of
One
these
could
others
argue
are-
those are the four that made an impact
hold
on
on,
the story.
Those are the only four
Devil?
that mattered.
What's what, Shadow?
Stove.
What is stove? What?
The bird.
What? No,
Is that not count as a devil?
no. You wrote stove. That's like what is it? Store or whatever, kitchen or whatever. I forget. I
Fuck
don't-
me.
Thor.
Okay. I
Thor
goofed
is
it up.
like some weird thing that has a knife. Yeah, the store
Hold on,
knife.
wait.
I
all
bet.
right.
I
So
goofed.
if you wrote stove instead of store, if that's what their answer was supposed to,
Yeah,
hold on,
that's what I meant.
wait, hold on. Let me look at my thing because if they're not listed on this list, then they're not actually confirmed devil. So if I don't see store on this, no, I don't see store on here, so they're not actually
That's
confirmed devil.
interesting. Okay.
Apparently, that's because if they were a confirmed devil, they would have been their skin would have been ripped off when they lost the bet. Remember?
Ah, right. Okay.
So they were not a confirmed devil. You get 4
I
points.
assumed Chiramon was like, okay, Stove, you can handle this. I mean, Story
Yeah,
can
'cause
handle this.
Store was the one that actually did it, wasn't
Yeah, that's
it?
what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know what story is. It was just a thing that appeared and knifed a bunch of
Third
devils,
man.
Well,
and then just sat there.
I wrote name as many known devils. We don't know
Okay.
if they're a devil. Okay.
You also called them stoves, so.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Fair.
True. And then Justin gets Haru, Nikaido, Asu, and Shinamura at the very least. You'll get 4 points. Do I count Dog Guy and Hood
No,
Guy?
those don't count.
Those don't count.
Okay.
You get 4 points.
We're all good.
Everybody got 4 points for that. All right. That's all the questions we had. It's time for the final count and reveal. Drum roll, please. Thank you. Thank you for that.
That's the only one I have.
In third place for the Dorohedoro quiz is Arimia with 30
Hey.
points.
It
Third
wasn't
place,
me.
congratulations. In second place, it was very close, by the way. In second place is Justin with
Let's go,
34.5.
not last
And
place.
Shadow is in
Oh,
first place with 35.
What?
Yep.
It's barely Jesus Christ.
I was actually surprised at how Justin was leading for most of the game, actually, which is surprising to
really?
me. Yeah.
That's fine.
Shadow pulled ahead once he started Googling answers, but.
Wait, what?
But you won, Shadow. Congratulations. You win by half a point. Oh my god. Can we get fucking some applause going here? There you go.
Hmm.
Woo.
Nice job, team. Nice job, team. Nice job, team.
Wow. Congratulations, Shadow. You are the winner of another quiz in a row. You're just that good. You study for all this shit.
I didn't study though.
It should have been
Open
me.
AI studied.
Amazing. Fantastic. Well, you don't have to decide on whatever you want your name on the Discord to be now. You can figure it out whenever you want, but you've won that right. The bragging right of picking whatever unique name you want, or you can ask somebody else to pick it for you. That's up to you. That's up to, between you, God, and my choices as the Discord admin to right-click you and change your role thing too. So you do whatever you want with that. Now, we're all set with Dorohedoro. Congratulations, guys. We've made it through 23 volumes. Oh my god. 12 goddamn streams. It was very difficult to round up everybody to show up, but we had people showing up. We got them. We got there eventually. Like I said, as long as we have 3 people for a show, we're doing a show. So that's how it goes. Now, we will be taking a break for this next week, so we will not have to read anything in time for next Thursday. We will be taking this time to vote on what the next series that we decide will be. If you are listening to this on any one of the websites we're on and would like to be a part of that vote, you may join discord.wolfborg.com. You can join in there, grab yourself the book club role in the server, and come chill out in that channel with us. There will be a poll that will go up after I collect everybody's suggestions. You can give suggestions in that channel. I will add them to the poll, and then we will vote. And then we might have a second vote as well. I'll work out the details in the chat. We're going to be spending this week voting on what we're going to read next, and then we will commit to it. There are rules and restrictions for what exactly we choose to read. Usually we want to be like, I think I wrote like at least 50, or not 50, at least 5 volumes or something to that effect. And not entirely focused on NSW or ecchi stuff. It can have ecchi stuff, but it should not be focused on it entirely. I think those were like the main rules with it. But you can figure it out. And we'd also like it to be like a completed series. It can be ongoing, but we need a good stopping point. And it's got to be a good chunk or whatever. So you guys can all figure that out. We got the Discords that you can join with that. If you appreciated these streams and you would like to check out more of them, make sure to like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you can do on whatever platform you're listening to this on. Do that and check in with us 2 weeks from now, Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you so much from everybody from the cast who showed up for this week, and that is Dorohedoro. We did it, gamers. Oh my god. 23 fucking volumes. Can you believe it? Oh my god.
Should have been 19.
Well then. All right. Goodbye, stream.